Yeah.
Yeah.
Donna, it's Jane. It's 11 o'clock at night, and I'd like to go to sleep. And the drums and the singing are going like crazy.
This is the Vocal Super Fry.
Fuck it up! This will be the best! This will be the cat! This will be the keep yourself! This will be the bad enough! Take your time! Take your pride! Give it to me now! Got the apple! This will be the uniform! This is where it's gone dark!
About time you learn to turn down the doggone noise and shut up that idiot.
At that, isn't that? Look at those they're beautiful.
No! They're all gonna laugh at you!
Three Jerks Podcast, Episode 3, March 3rd, 2022. Is this mic on? Live from Cujo Key, a hop, skip, and a jump from sunny Key West, Florida. Welcome to Spiffy Skipjack Studios, the podcast mecca of the free world, where all the magic happens. Thanks for ducking out of reality and hanging with us three jerks trying to make it work. Hey, Thursday's payday, and by now you've cashed your check, pounded a sixer, and crashed out on the couch with a big bag of dope. Welcome to Three Jerks, sponsored by Tardo Cereal, Bathtub Jenny, The Violent Fist, and Nun Cunt. When the sky is falling, we take shelter under bullshit. It's time to get your jerk on. Let's take it away, gentlemen.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well done. Well said, Jerk 3. What's going on?
We're trying here, buddy. We're trying here. We're low tech and low brow.
Every week we get better and better. Look at Jerk 3. Look at the presentation. I mean, come on.
Jerk is working it, man.
He took it to another level.
We got a hell of a show tonight. Wouldn't you say, all the people that are listening in?
I would on 3322. 3322. Isn't that weird?
You know what tomorrow is, don't you? Isn't that the Ides of March?
Is it really?
March 4th, yeah. That's when I think Caesar got dissed.
I was going to say.
Beware the Ides of March.
Yeah. Well, he got dissed and dismissed pretty hard on that. Can you imagine the entire, all the legislators, the delegates all turning around and stabbing this dude?
Well, hold on a second, because I am terrible with history. So he plans a meeting very quickly, and then everybody gets together, and he thinks he's going to run the show, and then all of a sudden everybody stabs him? Is that really how it happened?
I'm no historian, and maybe our commenters, our listeners can comment in if they're good at this stuff. But I understand. Imagine it was like the State of the Union address, and here comes Caesar to tell you how things are going to go. As he's walking down the aisle, they just surround him and start stabbing him.
Wow.
And he's like, "What the hell? You too, Brutus?" That was where that came from.
Yeah, he had no shot, probably.
He had no clue what was going on. He got city sneaked, or Acropolis sneaked, I guess. What you call that,
Z-Man, our listener Z-Man would know about that. Maybe he could chime in. He was always good in history.
We got a lot of talent in our listeners. They're good resource for us. I'm glad they're all here.
Yep.
And,
welcome, guys.
Yeah, let's at least we can show you what we got going on tonight for those who are just real curious here. Look at this. It's just like a freaking PowerPoint presentation.
Wow.
We're going to show a couple of YouTube videos. We're going to try it and see what happens if we get thrown off or not. One of my favorites is Dine and Dash, a succulent Chinese meal, if you're familiar with that.
Mm-hmm.
And we got some T-shirt reviews. Our war correspondents coming in, and our normal Dick of the Week, Hot for Teacher. We got music, sports. We're doing a presidential election endorsement already, guys?
Wow.
Are we on top of this? We're sure. We figured out all the candidates, and we're ready, huh? Good.
Yeah, I got my shirt the other day, actually, so I'm way ahead of the game.
All right. Yep. So we'll just we'll kick that into high gear, and perhaps the rest will follow us.
Jerk 3, what do you think about the list? How do you like it?
I got a song for you.
Okay.
Rock that. What's the song, man?
It goes a little something like this. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, here it comes. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Low brow and low tech. Just how we like it.
It's just real quick. Here it is. That's it.
Wow,
That's
bro,
amazing.
That is amazing. For the folks who want that 10
You know
seconds
the song-
back of your life, sorry.
You know the song by Metallica, "Nothing Else Matters"? Well, your song's called "Nothing." We didn't hear anything.
Nothing but doesn't matter.
Nothing.
Hey,
Great. Yes.
Jerk 2, my penis was in the Guinness Book of World Records, but
No kidding.
But then the librarian asked me to take it out.
You know what? I think you're constitutionally protected. You can do that in a public library now. They collect the rules.
I got one more. I got one more
Yeah,
for you.
go ahead, Jerk 3.
What do you call a girl on a swing with no arms?
Oh, I'm usually good at these.
Sarah. Knock,
Sarah?
knock. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Not Sarah.
Set that up good. You set us up real good, man.
Jerk 3, you're on fire. It's the new updated mask. It's incredible.
Yeah, I'm going to stick my dick in the mashed potatoes.
Now, you know what? Since we're doing jokes, we may be going off script a little bit, but I think you'll appreciate it. What do you call
Script.
two lesbians?
Script.
What do you call two lesbians that are on a date, but they're both on their period? What do?
What?
You know what they do?
What do they do?
They finger paint.
Yeah!
You know what? We got a correction here. March 15th.
Yes.
The Ides of March. So
Dirt Star, you're right.
yeah. So
Well done, Dirt Star.
I would have been early to the assassination. Let's say.
Yeah.
I would have been the odd guy out bringing the knife to the show.
You know what? Here's
Thank
a
you,
question. You think any countries would pull that off again? I mean, there are some radical countries in this world. Sure. I believe
Hopefully,
so.
we'll see one in a couple of days or a couple of weeks.
Yeah, who knows?
You know, overseas, that is. I'm not making any threats domestically. I'm just talking about overseas. There's a guy who might get the Dick of the Week award. We'll just say, we'll drop a hint.
Yeah, well, when we find out what Big Pink Dude is doing, because I'm really excited to hear about that.
Oh yeah, you know what? Pretty well. You're gonna. It's a mixed bag. We'll say. I'd say
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's a good report, but he's a demanding guy. He gives, he takes. You know, it's that kind of a thing. But war is
Damn,
hell.
dude, he's in the action for us. I mean, he could ask anything he wants.
He is in the action.
Yeah.
But now let's see. I'm trying to work this out again here. Whoops. Yeah. That's just me now, ain't it?
Yeah.
Now that's where we were before.
Mm-hmm.
On that. Yeah. So how about we kick this into gear?
Okay.
First, we got a sponsor. We got a new sponsor. Are you guys excited? We just got
Absolutely.
a call immediately after the last show. I got a call from these guys.
Hey, Jerk 1.
What's up?
It inspired me to write this line.
Rockin'.
Bees don't waste their time explaining to flies why honey is better than shit. Just remember that next time somebody's trying to talk you out of your dreams.
Turn 3, I love it. I love it.
Yeah!
I love it.
All right.
Hey.
That being said, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to add to that. Again, I mentioned him last time. Josh Newman, the skateboarder who just passed away, 22 years old. His favorite saying was, "Those who mind don't matter. Those who matter don't mind."
Yeah,
Got it?
Deep. I love it.
Yeah, same.
Uh-huh.
That's food for the soul, brother.
Yeah, just like same thing with the honey and the shit. I mean, same thing.
It takes guts to be an organ donor.
Okay, let's clean it up, folks. We got money-paying customers here. So
Okay.
this segment of Three Jerks, we're trying to make it work, is sponsored by The Violent Fist. The Violent Fist, a newsletter for 4-8, Hate, Holler, Hit, Hurt. Catch the latest issue. That's all I can say about that on that. If you look them up, you'll find out what they're all about. It's
They are
also
excellent.
by Spiffy Skipjack Esquire, FAQ. You want to work? You don't want to work.
That is correct.
And Three Jerks Trying to Make It Work. Sponsored by Nuncunt. Check it the fuck out at nuncunt.50megs.com. And they've asked me, they paid a little extra, and they're asking me to say this. So I'm just going to read it the way it was given to me, guys, okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I've been asked to read this. Nuncunt flipped off the man right after the Big Bang, and they haven't looked back since. This is a band, by the way, if you haven't figured it out. They're a rock band, a death metal band or something. That's my impression. They haven't given us any music, but I'm glad we're getting bands that want to check us out.
Yeah.
Blinded by the light, these dudes said F you to the Peloponnesian War, watery eggs, and to all the cum-guzzling road whores they banged along the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Nuncunt played at the wedding feast at Canaan. Nuncunt kept the tempo as the Titanic sunk. Nuncunt kept Wagner blasting at Bergen-Belsen while the stench of burning flesh scared away those Nazi punks. Don't mess with Nuncunt. The force to be reckoned with. Nuncunt. Cutting edge, slice your throat good. You want to start something, pal? We'll throw the first punch and Nuncunt will city sneak you so fast it'll make the LA riots look like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Start sending money to Nuncunt as soon as you have stolen enough for yourself. Pay yourself first, then take care of your buds.
Damn.
So,
That's why I'm a loyal subscriber to the Fist.
yeah. So, okay, with our sponsors intact and fully satisfied,
Right.
let's rock and roll, guys.
Let's do it.
What's going on? What do you want to do now, huh? Challenge.
Everything and anything.
Throw it out there.
Jerk 3, yes. Take it away. You're on fire tonight.
I was just gonna say that I'm not gonna reveal who the dick of the week is, but I do hope he steps on some Legos and breaks his dick off when he falls and hits the ground.
Yes. And I'm telling you, if you do want to really make somebody suffer, make them step on Legos. You're absolutely right. It is the most painful fucking thing in the world.
Absolutely.
It is the worst. I personally think my son really, he's 7 years old and he just does it to get back at me. He'll clean the whole playroom and there'll be one or two random Legos that I'll find and I'll step on with no socks. Socks usually soften the blow.
That works really well.
Yeah. But no, Legos, they're tough ones. They're tough. Yeah.
Legos are unforgiving, and that way you're not a domestic animal that needs to be neutered like Jerk 1.
How's the Bob late check test going on here? We're good? We're good.
Well, yeah, I mean, and since we're talking about torture, and I mean, we're going to cover this later on in the sports segment, but I mean, come on. Baseball players, you should be ashamed of yourself. Like, really. Terrible.
$700,000.
Go ahead, Jerk 1.
$700,000 rookie starting salary is not a whole lot these days compared to all the people that they have to pay and all the hanger-ons that, your trainers, you're this guy, you're that guy. They're probably only grossing maybe, or bringing in maybe $350,000 or $400,000 after all said and done.
There's a lot of overhead, Jerk 1. I agree.
I agree. I never looked at it that way. Actually, that's a good point. But to be, every good podcast has to have rebuttals, right?
Of course.
Okay, teacher starting salary not even close to $35,000. A nurse's starting salary not even close to like $40,000. They're saving lives. Teachers are supposedly molding lives, but we have a story of later on in the show about a teacher not doing something. Yeah. And then, baseball players get paid $700,000, regardless of how much taxes get taken out. $700,000 to play a game? Come on.
When there's only 1,000 or so teachers in the entire nation that can do the job, then they could start asking for higher pay like the baseball players.
Yeah.
Teachers come a dime a dozen. You know what kind of dozen I'm talking about, boy.
Yeah, we're going to find out later on in the show. I just, you know what, just to, wrap it up quickly and then go back to it later. It's just a bad look for MLB, especially with what's going on
no
in the
doubt.
world nowadays. It's just a bad look.
No doubt. What are you gonna do? That's it's unfortunate, but it's money, and money always rears its ugly head.
Jerk 3, do you have any words of wisdom for the players before we move on?
Just this song.
Okay.
And the sounds of turtle sex.
It's the umpire. You're out.
Okay.
You're out of here. You're out of here.
But Jerk, too, just to answer your question, yeah, man, I'm with you that our heroes, the real heroes of the world, are way undervalued and underpaid, while the sports figures and the rock stars and all of these guys are, they're glamorized and they're paid, these fantastic salaries that are just outrageous, right? So at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself why the disparity in these incomes.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed. And you know what? I have no problem. They are on top of their game. They're professionals. But, I mean, after a while, how much is too much? But, again, we'll cover this. We have a whole agenda going that, Jerk 1 works tirelessly on. And
we want to bring the listeners and viewers some entertainment on that.
Yeah,
and,
this
is all part of it.
Yep.
So we're all there. I found. Are you familiar with Dine and Dash? You know what that's all about, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Sure.
Now, if you're dining and dash a succulent Chinese meal, now we're talking Bhagwanakan. Can you say that? Bhagwanakan. All right. This was taken in Australia. A man was arrested.
For what?
It shows an unnamed man being escorted by police out of a Chinese restaurant into a waiting police car. He's clearly agitated by the situation, and when he's told he's being placed under arrest, all chaos ensues. And it turned out the police arrested the wrong man. It was a case of mistaken identity. They thought he was an international criminal, but they actually arrested a petty criminal with a flair for acting in multiple aliases, and he was released later in the day. But I want to put this on, and this is going to parlay into a second video that I just love, and it's so you got about a minute's worth of viewing time here. And
okay, let's enjoy. Sit back and watch. George, I hope you like it.
Let's see if we can do
and
this.
And if Mike's there, Mike Huntsman, if he's in, I hope you enjoy it.
Pop you in the dirt stuff.
And side 329, if you're there, welcome. Hope you like it.
All right, yeah, we're all here. And let's roll this thing here. Do a share screen. And that, and that, and this, and that.
Dine and Dash, I love it. I used to do it at Denny's all the time.
Okay, here we go.
You just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car. You're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what? Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! On the penis before.
You don't take no shit from anyone.
For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Succulent.
Nice headlocks up. Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo.
I don't take no shit.
Are you waiting to receive my limp penis? Now get your hands One drop. Save and
This guy.
I'm gonna come up there right now and I'm gonna fucking stuff that thing up your fucking ass.
Go fuck yourself.
No.
Go fuck
You're the
yourself.
most disrespectful son of a bitch.
Go fuck yourself,
You
Cuffy.
have no respect for yourself.
Go fuck yourself, Cuffy.
I find that on YouTube and it's gonna go right up your fucking ass.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah? Well, I already put in a complaint to the police yesterday about you.
Go fuck yourself.
I don't take no shit.
Say it again.
Go fuck yourself.
Women never like this stuff.
Say it to my face, you
No, they
fucking
don't.
idiot. Come on out.
Go fuck yourself.
Next time I see you face to face, you're the one that's gonna go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
You keep saying that.
You're dead meat.
Go fuck yourself.
Dead meat.
Go fuck yourself.
Take no shit from anyone.
Yeah, he doesn't. That's the theme.
All right. This wraps it up pretty much. He just walks
Wow.
off. He should have put one more, go fuck yourself. I don't think he made it clear.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. That was good.
So, anyways.
Well, hey, a good dine and dash.
I like it.
You have to experience it always. Did you guys ever do something like that?
No, but I got a song for Jerk One.
Sure.
It was inspired by recent events.
Okay.
Recent events. They're trying to legalize marijuana across the nation now. Joe Biden said he was going to do that, right? Or he was kind of nondescript about it. But
Yeah.
did he mention the State of the Union address? I don't think I remember.
He didn't mention it in that.
He should have. You know what? Maybe he could have got a couple of cheers from the crowd.
That would have been the only cheers he got from the crowd.
No, you know, stuff happens.
You know, I want Jerk 1, Jerk 3. I want your opinion on this. I watched the State of the Union for like maybe a minute, and watching the president talk, it just reminds me of like a family gathering, and the oldest dude in the family got up, and you had to be really respectful because you knew that he wasn't just all there. He wasn't all right. And believe me, I am not political at all. I have no horse in the race at all. I don't even know what Brandon means and all that stuff. I have no clue. But I'm just like...
Apparently, we have a fan that knows who Brandon is.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Well, yeah, welcome. That's great. We'll take them all. But my question is, I mean, am I right? Is that how you guys view him? I mean, he's got a great story. He's a never give up kind of guy, and he's been through hell and all that. But I just think that he got the position way too late.
Yeah, think of it this way. He's been running for president since 1988 when Bush was running after Reagan. And
Okay.
he's trying to get the nomination since then. And it came down to last man standing and out of respect kind of thing. And how the election went is the way you want to see it, and that's we're here where we are now.
Gotcha. Well,
So
there you go.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's funny. It's the most powerful position in the world, yet only when it comes down to it, only two people really will fight it out for it.
Yeah. And Jerk 1, that is when we first started, that is a perfect example of what I was talking about when we first started. You bring home like the nuts and bolts of what we need to know about the president. I have no clue. You bring it right out and simple, just like that. Well done.
Thanks.
Well
Try
done.
here.
I love it.
Beware the Ides of March.
You want some? How about some T-shirt reviews?
Yes, I was going to say jump into that. I'm dying to find out about that.
This came in. This came in through the creative content meetings. I must say that they are pretty productive. So he threw a couple out there, and I searched some myself. I got to tell you, there's a great website called T-Shirt Hell, and you should check out some of their merch. It's really good. What's interesting is you can send them ideas, and if they sell you'll get money if they publish it, And if they sell a certain amount of T-shirts, they'll practically, I think they'll buy the idea from you, or you'll get extra money from them. There's this, you check it out. It's actually a way to make money while being rude.
Excellent.
Yeah, I would
Love
check
that.
it out.
Ourselves.
Okay,
right,
so we got some T-shirt reviews coming. We might make this a segment too. And if people have their own T-shirt ideas or they see something online, throw it to us. So we'll put it up here on that.
Got it.
The classic, right?
Yeah. I'm
Everyone
not
knows.
20 is 20.
I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
You are absolutely right. I mean, that's the truth. And you know what? When we were little, $20 meant the world to us. And now when you give kids $20, they laugh at you.
$20 is like $15 from this week or last
Correct.
week. Inflation,
Yep.
But
I told my daughter, yeah, do something for $20, like clean the kitchen. She was like, $20. I can't get like a bag of chips and like a soda for $20. I lived a weekend off $20 when I was a kid.
Yeah, all right.
That's how old I was.
I like this one.
Okay.
Let's eat trash and get hit by a car. We've had nights like that.
My
Go play traffic.
old motto.
It's just the nice California background kind of thing. Everything's easy going. It's nice. I like that.
Yeah. What do you think of that, Jerk 3?
The let's trash and get hit by a car. I used to live by that motto.
Thou, for those who can't read fancy letters, thou may ingest a satchel of Richards.
Limp Richards.
Eat a bag of dicks, if that's what he's saying to us common folk, us serfs, us peasants.
That's excellent.
That's a sophisticated way to say it.
Yep.
It's a bit sophisticated for this show, with the thou and all that.
Yep.
Satchel.
Agreed.
I think we can work with it, though. Our viewers can.
Yep.
Okay, moving on. This says Happy Acceptable Stereotyping Day.
Love it.
And yeah, isn't that the case? I always wonder about the Irish.
Love it.
They have a good time, so hey, it's all good.
They do.
Oh yeah, car bombs and all.
Can you guys read that?
Where peanut butter comes from.
Peter Pan.
Yeah. Peter, I actually gotta get that shirt. I love peanut butter.
So
and Tinkerbell is like that parasite that sticks to the sharks and get all the leftover stuff and
Jerk too.
I'm
like, yeah, but Jerk too. I go like I go supersize on that, and I eat it out of the jar, and I mean it's like an everyday thing. Peanut butter all
Dude,
day.
I'm with you. I get
so good.
Here's what I suggest our viewers: Dirt Star, Arpeggio. That's a great name, Arpeggio. If you get Breyer's ice cream, vanilla Breyer's ice cream. I don't know. I mean, depending on if you're lactose intolerant or not, but if you're not, get it and just throw in peanut butter. You will not be disappointed. It is the best combination in the world. Jerk 3, what do you use peanut butter for?
Oh man, I'm glad you asked that question.
Yes.
How many dogs you got?
Yeah, exactly. Except so I really don't think I can share this story online.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
The statute of limitations are good for I think 5 years on most misdemeanors.
Right.
If you're cranking up the ladder.
Exactly.
Hang on, we gotta get to the serious motif here for that. Here, let's talk. Tell us a story, man.
Tell us
this
a
is
story.
Chat. Up close.
Arpeggio likes it. Arpeggio likes it, by the way.
He's ready.
Timed in.
That's true.
Go ahead, Joe. Greg. What do you got?
You got us on the edge of our seats now. Peanut butter, dogs.
About a peanut butter story. Yeah, it's I'm actually a little embarrassed, but
Hey, we're family, dude. Don't worry about it.
I'm not gay.
If you want to clear it with family members first before you talk, we can do that.
Yeah.
Let's save it for a latter part of the show.
Do you guys, you know what? The peanut butter also reminds me of back in the late 90s. There was this viral video. Before viral videos were like the thing, there was like two girls like making out in front of like this peanut butter cup, like milkshake type deal. I don't know if you guys remember that video.
Three girls in a cup?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, man. Of course. Everyone knows that. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's what the peanut butter thing just reminded me of.
Okay, let's see what else we got here. We got a couple more here.
Yeah.
This is... I picked this one out. Sorry.
All right. Tell us why, jerk one.
It's a rape whistle. So if you have a whistle, now's the time to use it.
Good.
We're not talking about basketball referees here, Mike. This is my joke too.
Dirt Star. All I like is good ball and rape.
Oh, Lord. No. Good thing we're all joking here, right? Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
Of course. Yeah. Rape's not funny.
Right. Just like the song by Nirvana, right? Rape me. Rape me.
Okay, moving on. We got a few more here. The t-shirts just keep on coming.
Yeah.
In a turn of events.
Whitney Houston beats Bobby Brown to death. That is amazing. That is just the cruelty of life.
I was stunned.
Bobby Brown outlasts Whitney Houston. How does that happen?
When I read that headline, I was stunned.
Me too.
Yeah.
And here's the best part. We'll talk about it more coming up in the tours segment that we have, the new tours of 2022. His band, Bobby Brown, is touring, believe it or not. He's a functional musician now. Unbelievable.
We should send somebody. And I think this is the last one in closing, maybe.
Thank God.
Don't we all feel this way sometimes?
Yes. I feel this way actually about Charlie Brown. I never liked Charlie Brown. Did you guys?
I think Charlie Brown is a sadist.
I think you're onto something there.
What do you think, Jerk One? I never got into Charlie Brown.
He depressed me. He
Same.
made me, it was just like, I don't need this kind of hanger-oner kind of kid.
I heard he's up on 3 charges of rape, sodomy, and animal cruelty, especially bestiality.
Bet.
Well, I always liked Snoopy a lot better because he always used to tear it up, and that other little bird used to always tear it too.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Woodstock.
Yeah, dude, he was great.
Yeah,
he was great.
All right, let's see. I think I got one more here. Do I?
All right.
Oh no! Shoot, that's mine. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah.
Who's your photographer, Jerk One?
Yeah. Well, I got this time machine, and my friend who's gay, not gay. I mean, just I don't know. I was thinking of making
He's heterosexual challenged.
I don't know where to start, gentlemen. Let's just pretend this didn't happen, okay?
Yeah, that'll work. Hey, but we'll do the Seinfeld deal. Not that there's a problem with it, right? I mean, there's no problem with it. It's okay.
I think he's doing anal. Do you?
Yeah, maybe. Is that where the dinosaur's anus is? Maybe.
How many dinosaur anuses have you seen?
None.
Jerk One, for a long time, I never knew what you were doing over there. And I often wondered if you were making...
AJ loves it.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were making dinosaurs in your basement to rape.
Yeah, you know what? It's art. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, anyway, so guys, how's it going?
Good. I think we're at the time of this show, which I've been looking forward to since we signed on. What is going on with Big Pink Dude in the Ukraine? I want to know that. I mean, hey, I know we said he asks a lot, but look at him. He's out in the thick of things, man.
He's out there again. Okay, what's been happening is he's been sending me pictures, and I'm putting them together. And the stuff he's writing, he asked me not to actually show his typing on there. He thinks he'll give away his spot. So I'm kind of saying what I'm reading, what he says basically, but he doesn't want to show the type.
Okay, got it.
I don't know, but Big Pink Dude is on to some. He was with the troops. He was with the Ukrainian troops and trying to boost. He was going to boost morale, but turns out he was boosted himself instead.
Ooh. Wow.
These are the he's following TikTok and he's going and finding these Ukrainian troops and very brave patriots here, and he brought back some shots here.
Wow.
So
he's doing really well for the country.
Yeah. And we're sending this guy bags and bags of dope to do this. I'm beginning to wonder who's getting the better deal.
Exactly.
Seriously, see this? I mean,
And do they look that way? They look that pretty, and they know how to handle a gun.
yeah, and
Wow.
explosives too.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
So Big Pink Dude's been paying. It's been working out for him pretty well there. I just hope he can stay focused on the mission.
Well, what's he saying? Is he able to do that, or is he kind of getting soft? If you know what I'm saying.
He hasn't. I think in the fog of war, anything happens.
Yeah,
and he wanted to make it look, like he was doing some work too. Well, yeah, there's some more, and good for them on that. He took a picture of. He was at a press conference in Belarus where
holy shit! My dad is not dead. Oh my God! That's what my dad. Oh my God! My dad's not dead. That's insane.
He's a dictator of Belarus.
Oh my God! I knew it. I was like, "There's no way he's dead." He supposedly died 4 years ago. Look at him; he's right there. Unbelievable. He never cared about me. Like he just left.
Look at that.
He went to another country,
and he left.
But wait a minute. Go, Jerk One. Going back to Big Pink Dude, you realize what a magnificent plan, because he wants to win the war for Ukraine, and he also wants to show that he's all about the Me Too movement. Look at that.
Yeah.
Come on. That's amazing.
It's nice, but if you've seen some of these pictures and videos coming back, man, good. They're going to grow up quick. They're going to grow up quick there. I'll tell you.
So does he give you any idea? Is there a resolution, or is the Ukrainian, are they protecting Ukraine, or are they losing to Russia?
He writes he needs a couple more bags of dope, and he wants to attend the talks. There's peace talks in Belarus, and he wants to go swimming in some of the mansions and stuff that he's finding, abandoned buildings and stuff like that, and hotels.
Wow.
He's got to stay focused a little more, but I think it's okay.
Okay.
I'm happy with the report. I mean, I'll send you copies later if you want.
Well, all right. Well, let's take a poll. Jerk 3.
Yeah.
Do you think Big Pink Dude completes his mission and everything works out in the war?
Should we give him another week?
He, I think with the supersized drill bit that he's wielding, I mean that owns. I mean, there's no defense against that, and there's no way he can lose.
Okay.
Maybe we'll try to coax a video out of him or something. We can work something out.
But and also too, just to add to it, again, Jerk 1, we're going to rely on you. You always give the facts. What the hell is going on? What I hear of it from this war, that there was a big, startup with Russia invading. Now it seems like everything's kind of chill, and now they're going to go back into peace talks. Do I have that right?
I think they probably want to surround Kiev and then hold some major peace talks and threaten annihilation of the city, and they can kind of hold it all hostage. They want to circle all the cities, hold them hostage, then hold talks and split up the land.
Wow.
If you go back and actually this photo of your dad here.
Yes.
If you look on the bottom, follow it all the way down to the bottom, and there's a small country called Moldova.
Okay.
And this has arrows going into Moldova, showing Moldova being attacked.
Right.
And this was brought up by people who were saying, why did they show this map? First of all, the attacks from the north to south are different now, and then it shows also the Russians attacking Moldova. So This is the Belarus country that's to the east, and they want to be part of the action. He's a lackey of Putin, and he wants to make sure he's included in a new terrain, a new Ukraine, a new Russia together. So he's going out showing his own stuff off here. So what are they going to do right now? They're going to keep marching. They got a lot of, but the Ukrainians aren't giving up on that. So they're not. They're almost enticing them. They got these convoys that are miles and miles long that are not single file, but they're 3 deep, and they just go for miles. And they're using common infrastructure. You're talking about people defending their own homeland, and if they're not sabotaging and booby trapping these major infrastructure points on that, the Russians are kind of slow on learning the ground rules.
I'm shocked.
They have a lot of losses so far. People are kind of surprised there wasn't much more shock and awe.
I
They
agree.
just started bombing out the TV antennas a couple days ago, within like day 5 or 6. Usually that's the first thing that goes out.
Totally agree. Jerk 3, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was starting to get brave enough to tell you the peanut butter story, but I don't know if it's an appropriate time.
After the dinosaur sex making there, anything.
Yeah, anything's on the table. Go for it.
That's what greased my wheels.
Well,
Now-
go for it if you'd like. But if
Yeah,
not,
I mean, well, whenever the time is right, whenever you guys are feeling.
I think Big Pink Dude is we're done with him for now. I mean,
well, good luck, Big Pink Dude. We wish you the best.
He'll
I
be
love
back.
the Me Too movement. Keep it going.
I think it'll work out. And as long as there's a war, there'll be something to talk about.
But really quickly, just to put a bow on it, Jerk One, that was a magnificent description once again. But I just realized something. It seems like, okay, so if Russia takes over Ukraine, they're just going to be even more giant, and they will become probably on the verge to taking over and maybe striking at the U.S. Am I right about that?
I don't know about that.
Probably NATO countries first.
They don't want any NATO country touching their border. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know if you remember, when I was a kid, Kiev was part of Russia, pre-91.
Sure.
I don't know. And Minsk was in Belarus. That was part of Russia, too. Those lines move all the time. It's just a shame it has to be done this way.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you for, always putting it clear for us.
We got the Polish out here. The Polish are taking in a lot of refugees. They actually tried to give a lot of some NATO weaponry to the Ukrainians, and they were told not to because it would kind of escalate things further with Russia. So there's a lot of politics involved too.
Yeah, I'm shocked because, I mean, was that the way it was back in the day? It seems like back in the day, if Putin was around like in the 40s, he would have just came in, steamrolled. There'd be no peace talks.
Yeah,
Isn't Russia like two
Even
times the size of the Ukraine, or no?
Even Hitler had his Chamberlain moment there with them.
Oh, he did. Okay,
There was always talks and stuff, but no.
Gotcha.
Take a look at a superpower and how they take someone defending their own turf, i.e. us in Iraq, how we just take over 3 days, 4 days, shock and awe, knock out communications.
Right.
Russia's a bit obtuse with doing it. Things take time.
Obtuse. Dude, I love that word, obtuse.
Obtuse, man.
Do you know, and this is a trivia question for Dirt Star and Arpeggio and whoever else is listening. Obtuse was used in one of my favorite movies, and Tim Robbins, I believe that's his name, he said to the warden, "Why are you being so obtuse?"
Nice.
If he knows the name of that movie, it is one of the best. I will, I don't know, maybe I'll do that T-shirt that we saw for the $20.
Yeah. Hey, $20 is $20, man. Take it.
So, yeah. But anyway, while we're waiting for answers, are we going to move on to Drawbridge?
Here we go. We think we have our answer.
Okay. You do? We do. Oh, excellent. Somebody knows?
Shawshank?
Yeah, Arpeggio.
Oh, nice.
Well done.
You got it.
Beautiful.
Get busy living or get busy dying.
Slappy McGee throws it down as a Stephen King movie.
Absolutely. Yep. And he doesn't really, Stephen King doesn't endorse it. He doesn't like it. Says it's not exactly like he's kind of fickle like that. He didn't like I believe didn't he write The Shining, and he didn't like The Shining?
Mm-hmm. Ever since he was hit by that car while jogging, his demeanor changed a lot too. I would question that.
Gotcha. But yeah, that Shawshank, one of the best.
And Dirt Star adds about a Ukraine talk. It was 4 times the size of Ukraine in population.
Yeah, exactly. So Russia, pretty much. That's why I'm shocked. Like you had mentioned, Jerk One. It's like I am shocked they haven't just totally seized control. It highlights how great Ukraine is.
Oh, look at this. He spelled. Okay, we'll go back. He spelled Shawshank wrong. So side bops in there. First thing he corrects himself, says spelling, and then boom, grammar police, spelling police right on him. He didn't spell it. He failed.
Side 928. I love it. That is great. Side 928. He didn't spell it right. Fail. Arpeggio, but I appreciate it. You knew it. Shawshank Redemption, greatest movie ever.
Wah, wah, wah.
We got a fail soundbite we can throw in.
Okay.
If I can find it.
All right.
We need a sound guy.
It's coming. It's
Dirt
coming.
Star. No wonder why Dirt Star and Jerk One are good friends, because Dirt Star's throwing out some knowledge too.
Oh yeah, you should see our conversations. They'll keep you riveted.
I would love it. I'd love to listen in. He says it's about the same population as California.
Now I want to know, if he was Russian, how did you get rid of your Russian if you were Russian?
Yeah, that's true. Arpeggio, explain. I wish we could have you live. We'd like to hear that.
Well, maybe someday, huh?
Yeah.
Now this next story had me a little freaked out. You brought this up, and I took a look, and you originally said there's drawbridge workers that are smoking weed all the time.
Yeah, they're actually the correct term is bridge tender. That's what they're called. Bridge tenders. Yes.
Well, here's our bridge tender, and I think he's related to me in that way.
Is that for real?
Yeah, that's a bridge tender down in some railroad. So
wow.
I was looking for somebody representative of what, maybe, I don't know.
He is related to you.
Yeah, that's something else,
That is amazing. I wonder if you could stick your hand so we could see that. Or no. But,
I don't know if that'll work out or not. But
okay, yeah, 4 fingers.
Yeah. So but even 4-finger guys can tend the bridges. So what? Guys are getting high, smoking weed, and lifting the bridges up do they make a bong out of the bridge or something, and they got to lift it to empty the ass?
What happened down my way, and it was unfortunate because this lady, 79 years old, she's doing everything right. She's trying to work out. She's actually riding a bike.
Did you pop her in the
And what was that, Jerk 3?
Did you pop her in the Dirt Star?
Did I bop her in the Dirt Star? No, but the bridge did. The bridge popped her, and I guess the bridge tender must have been getting high. He didn't see her, and she was literally, want to talk about bad luck, she was 10 feet away from getting over the bridge, and she couldn't make it. And even more unlucky is a bystander right next to her grabbed her and tried to hold on to her and tried to bring her up, and he couldn't do it. He let go, and she fell like 50 feet down. And it's a tough way to go, but it made me think about the bridge tenders. First of all, before it happened, I literally was talking to my wife, and I was like, that's a great retirement job. I would love to do something like that, How easy of a job it is. You push a button, the bridge goes up, it goes back down.
You got to talk on a radio and understand people on the CB and voters and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I just think it's hilarious. And we talked about it last show, how they still have bridges that have to go up and stop traffic forever is beyond me. But yeah, bridge tenders, watch out. 9 out of 10 of them are usually high. It's a shame.
Not making any accusations against the person who was involved in that accident, so we don't know all the facts. We keep things real here. Our lawyers, the suits and dresses told us to keep it. I got to put the little thing there. It's not legal advice and, compliance safe. We're just here to enjoy the show, the Flatliners. Okay, enough of that. Oh, good. So, moving on. We have a public service announcement.
Okay, great.
I think we're doing our part to keep health in the forefront, especially in this time.
Absolutely. Yep.
If I could figure out how to
healthcare workers.
And then I got my peanut butter story.
Jerk 3, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I got my peanut butter story for you when you guys are ready.
Dude, what a great tease. Arpeggio, Side 928, and Slappy McGee. Are you dying? I mean, Jerk 3, great podcast.
It's too
talent
much
right there.
It's just getting wild here, man.
I love it. Keep that tease going.
All right, let's throw on a public service announcement about shingles. You know what shingles is? The disease. I guess it messes up your skin.
Yes.
Makes you blind if it gets in your eyes or the area and stuff. It's pretty bad. So there's shots you can take for it, but there's been a new, I guess, a recognition of it, or recognizing that it can be difficult to deal with. So,
okay,
Shingles doesn't care, gentlemen.
How do you mingle with Shingles?
Shingles doesn't care.
Your neighbor is banging your wife.
Shingles doesn't care.
2 neighbors are banging your wife.
Shingles still doesn't care.
Lost a limb in an alligator attack.
Good for you, but Shingles doesn't care.
Lost too many limbs during an attack.
Shingles still doesn't care.
House caught fire and burned to the ground.
Shingles doesn't care.
You caught fire and burned to the ground.
Shingles still doesn't care.
Performance ruined with projectile vomit.
Good for you, but Shingles doesn't care.
Friends ruined with projectile vomit.
Shingles still doesn't care. So what can protect you?
Not giving a shit.
Or piss up a rope. Can't cope, smoke dope. Shingles doesn't care, and we sure as hell don't either.
Плевать я хотел на то, что меня где-то кто-то заблокирует.
Shingles still doesn't care.
This drug is completely useless. It will not help your sorry ass.
No fucks were given by your doctor either. Ask your local health professional how to stop shitting yourself in public. Full product information can be found on your mama's left butt cheek.
Jerk 3. Jerk 3. Jerk 3. Jerk 3.
Oh, Maroon.
We were giving props to Jerk 1. We're giving props to Jerk 3. That was amazing. He created it. Incredible.
Thank you, brothers. Thank you, brothers, man. I'm taking a bow right now.
Well, you know what? It reminded me of the little side notes right at the end where the announcer rapidly tells you everything that's wrong with the product. I mean, it just reminds me of all the pharmaceuticals you see on TV and the side effects.
Yeah, it's like if you don't die six ways to Sunday after taking this drug, then maybe keep taking it.
Arpeggio loved it. Slappy McGee absolutely loved it as well. Good shit. Slappy McGee said.
Love you guys. Thanks for the feedback.
Can't go wrong. Yeah, Shingles, man.
Shingles is crazy. Has anybody on this panel had shingles?
No, I only had chickenpox.
Yeah, actually, I did. It's on my leg. Felt good.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it like, dude? Is it just?
It was minor. It was just a little red spot. People were freaking out about it.
Oh, okay. No big deal.
Nah, screw them,
Okay.
Other people, it gets pretty bad. So, and you can get
really
it again or something. So I don't know.
Yeah, Jerk 1. It can be so bad. It could be like almost the immune compromising equivalent to like HIV. It could be that bad. Yeah, it can really rattle your entire life.
Yikes.
Tell me about peanut butter now. You've dragged this out long enough.
Yes, I think it's time.
Let me take a sip of this fine brown liquor, and I will tell you what I got for you.
Brown sugar.
You can't play that song anymore. It's banned. Sorry. That's strike one. And foul.
Yeah, that's banned along with Mrs. Stuttersworth and Aunt Jemima.
Dirt Star, like a warm summer breeze on your marbles.
Let me tell you,
like a warm summer breeze. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
All right, so we were on tour in Alabama at my girlfriend's mom's house, right? Because we'd find a place to crash because that's what we did, right? We didn't have any money, and we would just stay wherever we could. So this happened to be my girlfriend's mother's house, and she's like, we'll make you this, we'll make you that. Will you stay for a night or two? That's great. So we got away. It was like, I'm just going to cut right to the chase. We're in the bathroom. It's her mother's bathroom, and it's like a nightcap, if you will. And here we are. I'm probably on oxys again, and my girlfriend's really into this like kinky ass shit. So she's trying to fist my ass. And there was literally nothing in this house to use for lube except for peanut butter. Okay. And what's really crazy about that, besides the fact that she was trying to use peanut butter as lube, is that the peanut butter, she actually said, she verbalized, I can't peanut butter my dick up your ass. Okay. And so then she grabbed some jelly because that would be the next logical thing to move to. And it was like because the peanut butter was clunky and chunky, it was slow, and it was just. So she grabbed the jelly because she just couldn't like work her fist up there, and then she said something to the effect of, "Seeing my jelly in your peanut butter is gross," and I'm like, "What? Like, this is how I'm gonna meet your mother?" And then I did because her mother opened the door. So then I said, "Yeah,
No.
and here I am with a fist up my ass, peanut butter and jelly style." And I mean, do what you want with it. Add a sardine, an anchovy, fortify it with some olive oil and some omega-3 and stir well. I didn't know what to fucking do.
Damn. I'm speechless.
Oh my God, dude.
What just happened to everybody on air?
You know, yeah, I'm speechless too. It kind of reminds me of There's Something About Mary when he
I kept not coming.
When he gets his dick caught in his zipper.
Yeah.
And Frank and Beans. And the dad comes in. He's like, how'd you get the beans over the Frank?
Talk about an awkward way to meet her mother.
Well, Jerk 3, you know what? You were on such a high with that creation of what you just did. It showed how your intellect with creating such a great thing, and then you tell that story and it's just like the elevator just totally dropped. Although I do have to say I loved it. I think it's a great story and it should be a goddamn movie.
Well, thank you, man. I think we just broke the internet.
Yes.
All right.
I think it should be a goddamn movie.
The peanut butter story.
Yep.
All right. Well, we got
it.
Something else that starts with P, and it's not penis people. It's people.
Yes.
Tell us about it. Have you ever met someone famous? I know we got some stories in the crowd here. I'll start. I have not met anyone famous really for that long.
In your whole life?
Yeah, really.
Come on.
I've never had a discussion with anyone famous or a few sentences. Never. I've seen some people from afar, but
yeah. I mean, you've gotten an autograph from a baseball player, have you not?
Yeah, that stuff. But I've never.
That counts.
Never had. I don't like to take pictures with people.
Jerk one. I met Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I've got news for you. You are mine now. You belong to me.
And that's what he said to me.
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't had that opportunity on that. So maybe one day still. Life's still long.
Wait, go real quick just to go back to the peanut butter fist up Jerk 3's ass. Dirt Star wanted to know, did it work when she used jammed it up your ass?
Yeah, because the exact quote was, "I cannot peanut butter my dick up your ass." Now she was using her fist as a dick, and it took the jelly to get the fist up my ass. We were gonna add a sardine and an anchovy and fortify it with some olive oil and an omega-3.
Was it chunky peanut butter or smooth?
I would only use chunky because I love the pain.
All wow. Right. That's my only question. I rest my case.
It's like a spunky poop in reverse.
I had one question, and that's it.
Wow.
And I know you guys have been out and about a little more and have met famous people on that.
Yeah, I'll jump in. Well, so I used to work at a radio station, so I was able to meet a lot of famous people, and one in particular was super funny. Now, they used to have meet and greets, so everybody would line up and do a signing, and they would meet their favorite rock star. And this happened to be when Black Sabbath got back together, and Ozzy and Tony Iommi and Geezer Butler, they were all together. So before everything happens, the radio station people get first dibs, and I literally was lined up. I wasn't being, I wanted Ozzy's autograph, and Ozzy must have been like really tired or pissed off. So I'm like fourth in line, and he looks at me and he goes, yo, like I couldn't understand him, like no one else can understand him, but he was like, yo, you were here before, you were here. And I was like, this thing just started. So he puts on, I still have it, he puts on it and it says, Ozzy, fuck off. That's what it says. Yeah, that's what it says for his autograph. Yeah, that was classic, and that was back in the New York City days. And I, if you ever want to meet somebody famous, all you have to do is walk down 6th Avenue in New York City, and you were bound to walk into somebody famous. I met Bruce Springsteen that way.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, when Sirius Radio started, he was just hanging out incognito. He had this like army camouflage hat on, and you could tell he didn't want to be bothered. But I'm a visual person. I knew exactly who he was. And to his credit, even though he wanted to be chill and not be noticed, he was totally cool with me. Like, took a picture with me, and it was right when he just got back to touring again. So yeah, those are my 2 encounters. How about you, Jerk 3?
That's amazing, man. Yeah. So we did a show with the Black Eyed Peas at Pace University, and
Right.
And this was incredible because it was at a time when Black Eyed Peas were still doing college tours, and I think Let's Get It Started was the first hit, but it was like a mega hit, but it was just breaking. And
Yeah.
And Fergie had she had an issue with it was her leg. She fell off a stage. It was a prior show, obviously. She was in a cast and she had crutches. And I just remember I was walking around the stage area, and it was cool because we had like our own green room and stuff, and it was next to Black Eyed Peas. And I walked backstage, not expecting to see her, walking around on the crutches. And I had a banana stuck in my pants because I was walking around saying, "Hey man, it's my boner," and I was like, showing everybody my huge banana cock. And I run into her. Now I'm super embarrassed because I have like this like huge banana thing like sticking inside of like skinny jeans, and she sees it. She looks up. She starts giggling, and I'm just like, I don't know what to say. It was the first time I was ever starstruck, and I'm seeing somebody that is not only beautiful, even with a cast on, with a leg cast and crutches. But it's just like, holy shit, you're Fergie from, Black Eyed Peas. Like, I just saw you on television. Now you're like right in front of me, and I have a banana in my pants. It was the coolest thing ever.
Oh man, you're hanging out with Fergie, dude. You win.
I said,
Jerk 1, he wins.
Does he still have the banana?
I actually put the banana into a carbon freeze.
Yeah.
And I hung it on my dick.
Now, somebody that I eat Tardo cereal, so bear with me, okay?
Hey, we're getting to them. We got the sponsor coming soon. Thanks for the plug.
All right, excellent. There's somebody here who just signed on as 3 Jerks. Is that one of us?
That is us. Yeah, we have an official say in the matter too.
Oh, excellent. All right. Well, the question is, has anybody fucked somebody famous? I have not. Jerk 3, have you done that?
Have you fucked over anybody famous? That's another angle too.
You mean besides Avril Lavigne? No, I'm joking. I did not have sex with Avril Lavigne. Only anal.
Jerk 1, you're going to love this story, actually. I was at Yankee Stadium, again, working for the radio station. So when you work for the radio station, you kind of have carte blanche. You can move around the stadium anywhere you want to go. So I happened to run into, remember the Spin Doctors band?
Yep.
The Spin Doctors. So they were huge. Say, would you? Just go ahead now. Anyway,
album.
I see
people born after 2005 who are listening.
Yeah, so I see the lead singer all by himself, chilling out. He's got a seat behind home plate. And Jerk 1, let's just say you would love to have been there. He was so high, like you wouldn't believe it. And this was a couple years after the band broke, so like they were kind of known at that time as like one-hit wonders.
Right.
But we spent the whole night chilling, drinking beers, and couldn't have been he was the coolest dude in the world. But you could tell he was down on his luck. He was sad that superstardom wasn't there anymore, but he was still just a really cool dude.
And I'm sure you hanging out with him made him feel real good too.
Oh my God. Could you imagine? He goes from selling out like Giant Stadium to hanging out with me.
That's a
letdown for sure.
All the way up in the bleachers, right?
Speaking of a letdown, how about Alec Baldwin? Any thoughts on him?
I don't know. I guess it's kind of gotten quiet now. over that. If they're going to settle it civilly and through civil lawsuits and stuff. I don't know if there's been an investigation concluded from the the prosecutor's office there or what.
Sure, too. I got one thing to say to Alec Baldwin.
What's that?
Fuck you.
He's a bit of a jerk. We should have him on the show. If he came on the show, we'd have to rename it 4 Jerks, though. Because
it would be 3 jerks and 1 dickhead.
The whole thing's sad, unfortunately. I just hope people don't forget about it because there's a guy running around now that's going on 2020 shows or news shows on prime time, proclaiming his innocence, trying to salvage a career.
Yeah.
And
he's not going to have a problem at all because he just bought a house. He just bought a brand new house somewhere, and
he's in Vermont now.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why they appreciate him.
To steal off.
He applies for a helicopter permit to have a launch pad for his helicopter.
Yeah, to steal off our legend that we all love, Howard Stern. Alec Baldwin's got FU money. He's got fuck you money. He doesn't have to worry about any of this shit. But I mean, I don't know if do you guys really feel like he was at fault for what happened?
I feel like there was 15 checks and balances that weren't done.
Right.
And when it comes to the safety of those situations, and none of them were done. What I don't like about, I'm not saying he's guilty, but what I'm saying is that I don't like the fact that he victimized himself in his interview because it was insensitive to the victim.
Right. Side 928 says guests should be called
idiots, and we'll call him out on spelling on that.
Yeah. His carrier will blow up or tank because of that. Yes, Arpeggio, you're right. Well, and sadly too. I mean, look at the girl. I mean, she wasn't sore on the eyes, right? I mean, she was.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, she's supposed to be behind the camera. Could you imagine if this was a porn set and something went off unexpectedly in someone's face?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's true.
Think of it that way. Think about it.
Yeah, Jerk 3. What were you saying, Jerk 3?
The peanut butter would have came out.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, again, the cruelty of life. What a way to go on a movie set with a prop gun. Like, come on, that's tough.
Yeah.
But moving right along, Robin Williams on a different sort of spectrum of a story. He one good thing I've heard about him was that in his contract, he demanded that there would be at least 15 to 20 homeless people either employed by the movie company that hired him to be like movie extras, or they were at least given food throughout the whole course of the production. That's not bad. What do you think of that?
I hate to piss on your cornflakes there, Jerky, but I looked this up when I was doing my due diligence for the show.
I like it. Rebuttal. Give it to me.
And Snopes seems to have an issue with that. While the story is unverified, there's been no mention or confirmation by anybody nor knowledge of a produced copy of a contract bearing the clause in question. There may have been a backstage rider, an appearance one time, but no reference to its text or requirements for employing the homeless. So enjoy your cornflakes while they're warm. He did do the show Whoopi Gold Thief at the back in the day of the homeless show. Remember that?
Yes, I do. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any question about how he felt about it and stuff, but whether or not he's being glorified in his.
Well, the thing I loved about Robin Williams is, I mean, watch that guy. You definitely got to watch him when he was on coke because, I mean, he was insane all over the stage when he was a comedian. But even when he was off coke, the guy, his mind went a mile a minute. And for me personally, he was so fun to watch. Were you guys Robin Williams fans?
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Somebody tweeted something when shortly after he committed suicide, and they were like, "This is the this is the face of depression or whatever," and it's Robin Williams, and it's like a smiling, happy face, and it just drives home like such a point.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Dirt Star's point. He just said, "I got a good story in heaven. I got shot by Alec Baldwin." Star. I love Third Star. We got to have you on the show, dude.
I like his style, man.
I do too. Carpe Diem, Robin Williams, the best. Carpe Diem, I loved him. He was great in Good Will Hunting too. He played that crazy psychiatrist. It was great.
Yeah, it's not your fault, Will. No,
yes.
You don't understand. It's not your fault. It's
and what was the 30-minute photo or something?
Yes.
Played in the film developer.
Excellent. He was great in that. He's been great in everything. He was, Dead Poet Society when he was the teacher.
Yeah.
That was an excellent movie. And Jerk 1 when he talks of. Do you remember Good Will Hunting at all?
I do. I know the whole movie front to back.
Same here, Jerk 3. Do you remember the scene where he's talking about how he met his girl?
Yeah,
and he was supposed to go to the Boston Red Sox game when Carlton Fisk hit the home run.
100%. He said, "How did your friends let you get away with not watching the game?" And he said, "I had to see about a girl."
Yes, sir. Yes, Jerk 3, you're the best. Wow, I love it. Jerk 3, you create shingles for the show. You bring in Good Will Hunting. Come on, Jerk 3 wins tonight. He wins.
He wins.
You're the winner tonight, dude. Well, also too, we're talking about people famous here. Did you see the story about Simon Cowell? How he's the judge on American Idol.
Yeah.
He runs. He also does America's Got Talent
and the Extreme Show.
Yeah. So to steal another line from the legendary Howard Stern, he definitely has "fuck you" money, right? So there's no doubt. But he turned down $150,000 to judge a couple having sex. What do you guys think of that?
I think he's not too smart saying that because the IRS is going to be on to him about any side deals he's doing for cash.
There's two things I need to say to you, Jerk 2, about that. And
yes, go for it.
And that is,
my dick is like a big long.
And
is he a British citizen though? Is maybe he could dodge the tax issue here. For me, it comes down to the money. And in this case, if he's talking about getting cash offers, remember Stuttering John, or there's a couple, not Stuttering John, there's a couple of guys, that Crazy Cabbie and all those guys back in the day, bragging about how much money they're making. The guy from Survivor on the island bragging about the money he made, and then the IRS wants to take a look at you, and then suddenly you're going to Fort Dix for a while. It's messed up.
That's a good point.
You don't need that.
You're absolutely right, Jerk 1. Now, to go back
to a really bad little bicycle accident last summer. He nearly killed himself.
Yes,
spying on that.
Yeah, and to go back to Robin Williams just a bit, Arpeggio chimed in, and he said he was outstanding. A lot of Mark and Mindy was improvised.
Wow.
I did not know that.
Whoa.
That's pretty cool, Arpeggio. We did not know that. That's great.
Would you argue with him when he was high on coke about what the script is going to sound like out there? Go for it. Take it away, dude.
And not only that, a little anecdote about Robin Williams. He actually, the legend goes that he left right before John Belushi took his fatal dose of cocaine. He was partying with John Belushi that night.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Robin Williams and dude, to talk about how he partied. How about the way he just offed himself? He was like, that takes balls. I mean,
Robin Williams.
Yeah, he killed himself.
He wasn't in the right state of mind at that point. His mind was falling apart through some disease he had, a dementia.
Yeah, I just think it's horrible. In fact,
wait. Was it the dementia that led to the death? Like, was there a correlation?
Jerk 1, what do you think?
Yeah, I forgot the kind of. I think it's a type of Alzheimer's or something, but it turns him violent on himself. You think people are stealing from you, and you become a real basket case.
Oh wow!
Right.
He should have. I don't think he was getting
that's a
treatment.
perspective I didn't know. Wow.
Yeah, he didn't want to be a burden to his family, and he was like, "That's it. I'm done. I'm out." Because what really happened, if you guys want the real story, they did a great documentary on HBO about him. So that's kind of where I found out everything. And he was big in the Night of the Museum movies with Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
What they had to do, because there was like I guess, 3 movies in that whole series. And the first one, Robin Williams, was great. He wasn't having any symptoms. But the last 2, he would forget his lines and all that.
Wow.
And they would talk about that. And then, again, one day he was just at home and he was like, fuck this, man. I don't want to be a burden to anybody. And he's got FU money, right? So
yeah.
So he did it. But I'll tell you, I always talk about, like, if I'm fucking a quadriplegic shitting all over myself, I want somebody to push me off a mountain. But even then, I don't know if I'd have balls enough to do that.
Unless you're fast as fuck.
Right. Good point.
All right. Talk about some partying and stuff here.
Yeah, let's bring up.
Get into
Charlie
this man
Sheen.
here.
Love
Charlie
it.
Sheen. The one thing I was curious about is how much money he made off of that tour he made, that My Violent Torpedo of Truth, Dismissal is Not an Option. Remember that speaking engagement he did?
Yep.
And he started heckling the crowd saying, I already got your money, screw you, and stuff.
That is correct, yes.
He made $7 million from that.
Excellent.
Wow.
On that. And he's still sort of broke. He has an unpaid mortgage bill for his mansion. He sold it for $6.5 million. It was $3.5 lower than original asking price, and that's in a hot market too. So he's been, but he's working on a script now. We wanted to keep up with him, what he was doing, so we understand. He's going to be talking about. He's working with a director named Doug Ellen,
right?
Whom I'm not familiar with his work, but I'm sure Mr. Sheen will take it to a new level.
Yeah. I mean, it's a shame. I mean, he's a definite example of what drugs and craziness can do to you. Because I mean, he had the world as Johnny Depp said in the movie Blow, he had the world by the short and curlies. He did.
Yeah.
He did have the world by the short and curlies. I mean, he had everything. And it's funny, not to reference again the king of all media, but he was just talking about him the other day. And one of the things he said about him was that all he had to do, if he wanted to do all that craziness with the drugs and all that, is just do it behind closed doors. He was the top paid actor in TV at the time of his meltdown. Like, nobody got paid more money than he did.
Yeah.
And all he had to do was just be quiet, because he was making, the thing about him was his show was #1 and he was making a lot of money for a lot of people. All he had to do was just shut up, and he didn't shut up. That was a problem.
He really told off that producer, though.
Yeah.
His exit letter, his burning the bridge letter was classic. That's how you roll.
But so he wants to create a movie, he's going to direct it, or he's just going to act in it?
Well, back on New Year's Eve, he shared a photo of an untitled script written by Doug Ellen, and he wrote on his tweet, 2022 is going to be a barn burner.
Right.
And he wrote, can't wait for 2022. So I guess they got some sort of a project.
I can't wait. All right. So
maybe he's working with us,
I was going to say, we get him and Charlie Sheen and Nails Lenny Dykstra to come on the show. That would be a party.
We'll get them together, I think. I think if anyone can do it, we can do it.
Right. And our PGO chimed in and said, Lodi.
Okay,
I got a rap for you.
Go ahead, Rock.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yo, my name is Play-Doh, walking down the street like a mashed potato.
Yeah, that was it.
Low tech and low brow. We love it.
I love it. I love it.
My name is Play-Doh. I'm coming at you like a mashed potato.
Good luck, Charlie Sheen. I mean, here's the thing, too, that you got to say about Charlie Sheen. He partied like nobody else. He fell just like everybody else.
Yeah.
He survived. He survived, and he's trying to make a comeback.
Yeah, he's a resilient dude.
It's like talking to the dead, someone who's a survivor, somebody who should have made it past their 30s.
Agreed. And the best thing about him is he's got Babe Ruth's autographed baseball.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
He led the life of 35 men, 35 single men, and he had the tiger blood, bro.
That's it. Here's a one of my favorite celebrities, but she's just been around forever, and it's the same MO every time. and that's our friend Brooke Shields. Once again, she's going nude or topless on that.
Yeah,
So
she just loves being naked.
again, so I started to do my due diligence for the show and realized that Miss Shields has had quite a history with being nude and semi-nude. And the early movies, but actually she was in Playboy at 10 years old for some reason on there. And it went to court. It was taken out or it was censored. And then there was if your 10-year-old nude pictures are in a British museum, you got to have quite an ego growing up. I mean, that blew my mind.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. I mean,
all the naked pictures of me at 10 years old were in like Uncle Bucky's basement drawer or something.
Oh, nasty, dude.
You know, or am I just saying too much here? I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what. If anybody who's old enough to remember, and I am sadly, back in the day, there was a movie called Blue Lagoon.
Yeah.
That she was in. And I mean, if you watch that even today, I mean, it's kind of like pedophilia in a way. Like these two kids are like, you know, it's like children porn almost in a way. And she was able to, she was allowed to do that. I don't know. It's
yeah, she's a Princeton grad.
I want to ask Dirstar a question about. I don't know who it is. It's like Uncle somebody's like magic puzzle basement.
Yeah.
Oh, Uncle Touchy's magic puzzle basement.
That's
yeah,
it. That's the one. That's what I was looking for.
What is that all about?
I'm not sure.
You gotta. If you don't know, you gotta find out yourself. It's one of those things.
If you don't know, you don't know.
So she was getting naked at 10, and then she was getting naked at the Blue Lagoon, and then I guess she was getting naked between that age and 49, and then she's going semi-nude at 49. Then she's doing the throwback of the Blue Lagoon shots at 52. And at 55, she's going off again, showing it off. And then this is her 56-year-old now, and now she's going at it again. So,
hey, there's nothing wrong with that, dude. I mean,
yeah,
honestly,
good for her.
Absolutely.
Does it sell Jordache jeans, dude? When's the last time you've had Jordache jeans?
Right. She looks amazing, dude. I mean, come on, 56. She looks amazing. And her and Christy Brinkley, like, what are they doing? How do they do it? You know, it's you know.
It's good stuff.
There's nothing wrong with that. She does look amazing. You know, I mean, and she's actually a recipient of good plastic surgery.
Yeah.
You know, she's had it and her face looks normal now, unlike, you know, some people that you've seen like.
Oh, wait till you see. I got a picture of someone later on. You're going to see exactly what.
Oh, really? All right, cool. I didn't even know that.
No, we got our philosopher's corner about nudity and empowerment on that.
Excellent. Well, let's get to it. I think now it's time for a sponsor break.
It's time to pay the bills, bro. With some sponsors and stuff. We got Tardo cereal coming at you here.
Excellent.
Three jerks trying to make it work. Tardo's is packed with. Hang on, we gotta get the music going because they were pissed at me last time we didn't have it going. You know,
okay.
These guys listen to this shit. It's crazy.
Hey, before jerk one, before you
what's up?
Tardos, I got one thing to say.
What's that?
Bro, retard.
What's wrong with me? Everything.
All right, Tardo cereal. Tardo's is packed with tasty cereal. It tastes just like the best generic cereal, but at great value. It's affordable and tasty. Deliciousness in your mouth. Redefining a crispy morning moment. Made with artificial flavors and much care. You deserve more. Made with Tardos, for Tardos, by Tardos.
Oh, I love it.
You work now. Send 10 box tops in now. You get a free Tardos T-shirt. Tardos, fill them up with Tardos so they won't eat the cat.
Yes,
bro.
I love it.
I love Tardos. Tardos cereal makes me feel good inside. It makes my tummy rumble. Let's go back now. We're a little bit of nudity. I want to parlay that into this here now. We got sizzling Australian model Natalie Roser on that.
Yes.
Apparently, she's absolutely okay with being nude. Hang on, I'm going to get this working here. Right. Here you go.
Wow. Amazing. Yes.
Okay. What's the first thing you see there? I'll answer it. I see a set of choppers that are just going to wreck you.
Yeah. Do you really, dude? You're shallow Hal at its finest. Come
If
on.
you're going to show the goods, you better have it all together. And if that's going to be your focal point, then you really ought to reassess what you're doing.
All right,
and lay it on a mat.
We need the #1 fans in the world to chime in. Side 928, Arpeggio, what would you do to this? I mean, come on. Would you be critical or would you just be thankful?
We got Uncle Touchy here.
Uncle Touchy.
Uncle Touchy. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, but seriously, I mean, come on. She kind of looks like, again, not to keep referencing the king of all media, she looks a little bit like his wife. A little bit.
I can't get past his teeth. I'm sorry.
Wow.
That's just it. Almost looks like it's photoshopped in.
Oh, come on. Yeah, I could get past them. What about you, Jerk 3?
I'm getting American Beauty vibes off of this.
Yeah.
Yes, me too. That's a good point. American Beauty.
Well, I want to bring the question in here. Just a second. I'd be thankful, but I wouldn't want her to bite me. Yeah, I would say keep it clean, honey. You know.
Nice.
You just don't know.
No.
But she loves shooting nude. She sees no shame, and this is where the philosopher's corner comes in. I want to bring it up. Is being nude a sense of empowerment? I think it depends on that.
Well, I think you're right. I will tell you, most nude, and I don't know factually myself because I've never been, and it's the truth. I would let you know if I ever went, but I do have family members who have been to nude colonies and nude resorts and stuff. Sadly, nude resorts and all nudity isn't what it's cracked up to be, because mostly girls like this you will not find at places like that. They're mostly people that you don't want to see nude, unfortunately.
Why is it?
But yeah, to go back to your original question, that's why they do it. They feel empowered, and it is comical if you think about it. I mean, we're at the end of the day, we're just advanced animals. So, I mean, it doesn't matter what the hell you wear. I mean,
when does the peanut butter factor in?
Anytime you want. I would use it to keep the lips shut.
Well, yeah, that's the one thing that anything goes. I was told that there is no need for clothes, but there is a need for creativity, because whatever you want to do at these places, you can do.
Seeing my jelly in your peanut butter wasn't okay.
But Jerk, what do you think? Do you think being nude is a sense of self-empowerment?
It makes it makes people feel good, and they feel self-empowered, and they're not hurting anybody. I say go for it.
As long as you're not meeting your mother while a fist is up your ass.
Yikes.
Arpeggio just chimed in and said, nowadays you got to hope it's a real female.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That is absolutely right.
That's
well said. Arpeggio, you're right.
I'm trying to come up with like a triple gender.
Well, I mean, honestly, if I was a girl and I looked like the girl that you just put up there, I'd have no problem being naked. But, if I'm a girl, I'm kind of looking like, the girl who was known as like sloppy seconds, or, I'd be nasty. So I would not want to be looking nude at all. No.
While I was doing due diligence for this story, I came across a story that our viewers might want to see at some point, perhaps late at night when everyone's asleep. It's called the Black Tape Project from Miami Swim Week.
Okay.
We'll just leave that there.
Right.
If you need it again, write back and we'll get back to you. But it's the Black Tape Project in Miami, the Miami Swim Week. Good stuff.
Side 9. Yeah, I agree. Band clothes. I agree.
No doubt.
Well said.
Maybe he'll change his mind. We go to our next topic here, our subreddit.
Okay.
We go to Reddit and we find Reddit sites of the week, and this one, you could rate your cock. Have you ever thought about having your cock rated?
Oh, that's a tough question. Jerk 3, you take this one. You take this one, Jerk 3.
What I'm going to say is why do they spend so much time, having it rated? I mean, what exactly does that amount to?
That's a good question.
If you have a big dick, you have a big dick. If you have a small dick, you have a small dick. Like, I'm gonna rate it based on what? Okay, so you're telling me you're just reaffirming like I have a big dick or I have a small dick. It's like I already know that. So what's the point of doing that?
That's a good point.
Well, are you going to disagree with 278,000 members of this, and at any given point, over 300 people online taking pictures of their cock and or rating other people's cocks?
No, it's just about exhibitionism at that point, I think.
Out of hand.
Well, also, too, it's been going for 8 years. So I mean,
exactly. And let me tell you something. Side 928, with the amount of time he spent on this show, he could have been a guest.
That is true. Side 928. Yeah, we need you as a guest.
We'll catch him on the flip side here.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Well, it's funny because people say big dick, big cock, small dick, small cock, whatever it is. The average size I had heard is, and we're talking like
from your experience,
full erection is 6 inches. That's the average. So I don't know. All these people are talking about, big, huge, whatever. I think there's just an average that everybody has. I think it's a myth. I hope it is, because I'm definitely on the bottom of the barrel. There's no doubt.
Jerk too. You remember your first blowjob?
Do I remember my first blowjob?
Yeah.
How could you forget your first blowjob?
Well, it's funny. You definitely always remember your first. That's for sure.
How did it taste?
But
oh man, you fell for it.
That is a great one.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't remember that one actually, but I do remember my first.
You don't remember how it tasted, or you don't remember your first blowjob?
I remember my first time I got laid. I do remember that.
Right on.
Yeah, I do not remember my first blowjob. No, I do not.
Excellent.
The
more you listen, the more you learn here on the Three Jerks.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what? If you think about it, when I was little, so I grew up, and we referenced this in the first show. I didn't have any reference. No one, back in the day, no one told you what to do. It was kind of like trial by fire, And I'll never forget. I'm on top of this girl, and God bless her. Like, she has me on top of her. Like, what was she thinking? And I'll never forget. I thought I was a rock star. I'm like, going away, pumping away, and literally just like the movies, she stops me and she's like, "Here, let me help you." And she had to put it in for me. I had no clue what the hell was going on.
Nice.
Yeah, I just was like, wow, I'm in between her legs. This feels great. I got to be there. Is this what it feels like? Okay, it does, And, at that point, think about it. I could have got off, pumping in the air, dry hump in the air. And
yeah, right between like she could have closed her legs and you could have just been pumping through the legs and you would have got off. It's like, but she navigated.
She did.
Yeah, she was like marine electronics right there.
Yeah, and it's funny. You always remember it, and it's funny, and it's not because you long for it or you pine for your youth. It's just that it was your first, and it never ever leaves you. Do you guys feel the same way about that?
Yeah, Jerk too. How amazing is it? She was like the Garmin navigation system for your dick.
Oh, and you know what? Luckily for me, she was a little older, so she was definitely more experienced. And thank God, because literally I could have just from, humping the air between her legs, I could have came all over her. So, But side 928 brings up a good question. What about your first snowball?
Yeah, wow. Dude, he just went there.
Is he talking like a snowball of Coke or?
Hardcore, bro. He's got to explain. Make him explain.
Yeah, side 928. Maybe follow that up and let us know what a snowball is. We're interested.
Yeah, I don't know on that, but you know what? It's let me tell you, we have a special. We have a guest here. He's been pounding on the studio door trying to get in, and he's an interesting character. We'll just say when I see you can see him for yourself and make your own judgment. But
sure.
He's been bothering me all week. We talk about we'll get you on in sports. We're all upset about the baseball strike.
Yes, we are.
So this is a disgruntled fan, I think, and he's also a little, he doesn't want to show his identity like everybody else on this show. We all got reputations.
Yep. He's a smart dude.
So
what's his name?
well, it's Scheisskopf. Scheisskopf is his name, but we can go into some sports here and then bring him in if that's okay with you guys.
Yes, man, absolutely.
Yeah, I want to say that. So we're talking fucking sports, man. Here.
Yes.
And what about sports? What about baseball? It's not happening. I know we've had some. We even had some video footage sent in from the press conferences down in Florida, except I couldn't freaking translate them right, so we blew that one. So anyway. It's like day 82 or something. It's a 9th work stoppage. Things are not working. Tom Verducci's been the guy to kind of be the spokesperson for the baseball network. Is that?
Yeah, he's if you think of like the head newscaster on any news show or like the number one host of a radio show or whatever, he's the guy for MLB Network. So whenever there's a story and something breaks, he's the face of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, I would like to introduce a special guest and someone who, besides who hates other people, he does particularly hate Tom Verducci, though we may not want to comment about. We'll see. We'll see what we can get him to. Let's try to get him on. This is a historic moment in our podcast, by the way. We do have a guest now. It's our first guest. His name is Scheisskopf. I want to welcome to the show Scheisskopf. That's German for shithead, I think.
Scheisskopf. Welcome, Scheisskopf.
Let's see here. I haven't done a 4-way here yet. Look at this guy.
Wow.
Fuck off.
Yeah, baby. Fuck MLB. Fuck Tom Verducci. That's all I gotta say. Fuck
really? Wow. How so? Why? Look at this.
He drinks his Budweiser out of his
This dude fucking rules.
Yes, he does. He fits right in. He drinks Budweiser with a straw. I love that.
Yeah, man, I was fucking in the green room for an hour. I mean, you try wearing a box on your head and trying to drink a Bud. You got to drink a straw, bro. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, we didn't have any. Sorry, we ran out of straws or ran
that
out of beer.
That is dedication, Scheisskopf. That is dedication.
You know what, man? All I'm saying is, fuck Tom Verducci. That's all I gotta say.
Why? Tell us why. I want to hear this.
All right, pop this fucking Bud. That's what I'm saying. I'm about America, buddy.
Dude, you drink like me with one arm. I love it. You drink exactly like me with one arm, but my right arm, not my right arm, my left arm.
Well, my left arm's holding a selfie fucking stick. Fuck this. So check this shit out, man. Tom Verducci and I go way back. That son of a bitch, I'm not going to lie. I'm jealous. I wish I was that motherfucker. I know that guy.
The fancy suits?
Yeah, fancy suits. The guy's always tan. He's got great hair, dyes that shit. Tan as could be. And you know what? He wrote Joe Torre's book. Next thing you know, he's driving around my town with a brand new Audi. Fuck that.
You think you got paid to write that shit on the book?
Shit.
I agree.
Come on, man. Let's go. Bullshit.
You described him exactly that way because that's exactly the way he was yesterday, or was it 2 days ago? Whenever it was, I think it was yesterday. We went down there, we saw him, and he's wearing a suit. He's got his tie, his dye hair. He does have a tan, just like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't want to get you upset, but I do have to say he was very nice. He took a picture with my son.
Listen, man.
Now we're all about rebuttals, so do a rebuttal. Go right ahead.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm just jealous. I wish I was that motherfucker. I mean, come on. I'm on my 4th beer, man. I'm a little bummed, man. I wish I was that motherfucker. Come on. Shit.
I love this guy.
I do too.
All I gotta say, you drink a beer through a straw, waiting in the green room for an hour, 4 beers, fucking through a straw in an hour.
Look at this.
Pissed off.
Bud isn't beer. You should drink an actual beer. Another fail. Oh, God, man.
Oh, Side 928's giving it to you. What do you have to say to him?
What did he say?
He said, Bud isn't a beer. You should drink actual beer. Another fail.
Wow.
That's fucked.
Oh, my God.
Hey, we got to be nice to our guest here.
Yeah.
All I got to say is this, man. Fuck that. Hold on. My selfie stick's fucked up. All I got to say is this, man. I'm drinking American, baby. I ain't no craft beer. You know what I'm saying? I could get $4.99 a 6-pack. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Look at my fucking. I'm quilted northern, baby. Scheisskopf. Everybody shits on me.
Dude, you're fucking rad, bro. You're epic.
Fucking A, man. You see this shit right here? 3 empty 3. Every time I look in the mirror in the morning and brushing my teeth, you know what I'm seeing?
What's that? You
What do
see
you
it?
feel?
Eat me.
Eat me.
God damn. You talking? Oh shit! Kick my beer over. I'm drinking Budweiser. Whoever, I can't see the chat, man. But people are pissed at me. What do you want me to do? You want me to shotgun a beer right now? Huh?
Yes, do it. Can you shotgun through a straw?
Can you roll that? Can you roll that action through?
He's gonna try it. Look at this. He's got it. Nice cough. Look at that.
I love this guy.
That is talent. Oh, it's done. I heard the bottom. He did it.
Man.
Yes, sir.
Fuck this. Hey, my goal, I was brought on for two things.
What?
Let jerk 1, 2, or 3 take a drop a deuce, or go grab a Michelob. Just, I'm here to give you guys a blow. You know what I'm saying, man?
Wow.
10 minutes.
I love it.
So we could go take a break to do drugs.
Scheisskopf, you know what? I'm going to take you up on that because my daughter has to go to sleep. I'm going to go, and I can't wait to hear all the madness from afar.
Yeah.
You're going to be great.
That's the mic.
Go drop a deuce.
All right, I'll be right back.
Is he going to drop a deuce?
Damn.
Fucked up.
Everybody's all fucking pissed.
I don't know what it takes to be. Where'd you get that box from, though?
This is how I feel. This is how I feel every day, baby. People shitting on me, man. I feel like shit. I look up and the world's shitting on me, man. I'm toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? I see so much shit dropping on me every day.
The world is a rough place right now. I don't blame you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm all about America right here. You know what I'm saying?
It's good you come on. We appreciate you and bringing it out because we you're our first guest because you know what? Nobody else. You're like the third person we asked.
I mean, you guys are gonna break the internet, man. I appreciate this, man. Such a great opportunity, man. It's much love.
I think
much love.
You're gonna find that you're gonna get much love from this site and from our fans. Absolutely.
Listen, man, I was gonna be drinking Colt 45, but I couldn't fit it in my box. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone's taking a break. Yeah, they literally took a break from the show. That's
what happened, man. What happened?
People just took off and split. I'm trying to do a show here.
What do you do? Come on, man. Let's talk about Kobe, bro.
Kobe.
Kobe steak.
Oh, dude, fly like Jordan, not like Kobe, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a chance.
So that's what I think about Verducci, man. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it.
You got a little. Looks like you got a friend there on your left. There is that a deer?
Yeah, I'm all about America, Barry. About America.
Are you on the convoy? Are you joining the truckers convoy? They're going to come by. They're making their way to New Jersey, I think, pretty soon. Even they're going back east.
I'm going out to Oklahoma. I'm going to watch that shit drive by on I-40, and I'm going to root that shit on.
Nice.
Yeah. No. That's what I'm about, man. You know how it is. What else you got? Everybody done dropping deuces?
I'm thinking everyone's dropping a deuce and left me holding the bag.
I just want to talk about my explosive diarrhea.
Oh, please do.
I'm here for you. I'm here.
Well, I dropped chow and it splat all over the back of the wall, and I have now a Jackson Pollock painting.
I could clean it up for you. That's what I'm here for, Quilton Northern.
It's pretty kinky.
Quilton Northern, man. So you let me know, man. Everybody dropping deuces. I'm done.
Come on, Mark.
I appreciate you. You know what? Maybe I could take a quick little walk away here. I got to attend to a little business. You know what I'm saying? We act green here.
3 MTA3, baby. Eat me. You guys are number one show on the internet.
Thank you, bro. I got a song for you. I got one song for you.
Play it.
I love you.
Sounds good.
You gonna tell us a little story about Paul Revere? 3 of those horsies and a quart of beer.
Holla. Posse in
girly-
effect.
That
Posse
girlie in
effect.
the front, you know what she's got. Well,
That's
I'm
what I'm
talking about. She's got
That's what
herself a nice calm.
That's what I'm talking about. See you next Tuesday, yo.
That's right. The girls with the big floppy meatloaf curtain meat house bang them talking one about.
You know it's all about the meatloaf and the sliced roast beef.
It's all for sale, man. It's all for sale.
We talking about roast beef? Is that what we're talking about? Roast
Yes.
beef?
Bang that box, man.
That's right.
You've got a 3-input box there. You know what? You could take 3 customers at once with what you got on right there.
That's right. I wipe more than an ass.
We need to have you on all the time.
Well, I'm here for the intermission, so you guys drop deuces, grab Michelobes, and chill. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. We're going to put you right in there, right in the time where it's time to refresh, recharge.
America. I'm all about America.
Recharge for America.
That's
Yeah.
right, America.
Shut up. I love it. What do you think of the state of America? You think we're strong as we can be, or we can get stronger?
We're in a deep shice right now. You know what I'm saying, baby? That's all I got to say. I wipe a lot of shit, and I see a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think, let me ask you this, do you think there's any chance we join in this Ukrainian-Russian dust-up?
I leave that to jerk number 1. You know what I'm saying? Because he's smart as shit.
Yes, he is.
He's smart as shit. You know what I'm saying?
He is smart as shit. You're right.
And I leave him because he comes up with some roundabout talking, double talking. I fall for it every day.
Yeah,
I loves it. I loves it.
Said.
You want to stick around for the sports report?
I'll just keep my mouth quiet. I appreciate y'all.
You're joining right in. You're part of the show.
You coming right on here. We got this. We got Derek Jeter. You're one of the favorite guys here. He left the Marlins over $15 million in a power struggle.
Yep.
So we're talking one power struggle across the ocean in Russia and Ukraine, but we haven't got a bigger power struggle with Derek Jeter.
Right.
We know where Joel Sherman is at. With this
you're right. And the word is that, and that's well said. Shy Spot, that burp right there sums it all up. I mean, the fact that I'm shocked Jeter left the Marlins, I'll be honest with you. Guy puts his heart and soul in something, promises everything to all these players, and then just, flies the coop. That's not cool. What do you guys think?
They say the best thing he did was to dump the contract of Stanton. So, Giancarlo Stanton. So,
Plus, let's all really get down to it. You know why he left? Because he's got that supermodel of a wife sitting at home. Would you hang out in the Marlins, or would you go home to that wife? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
In the picture on the that we have online, the girl on the left is the one Kathleen Nigg, I think her name is, but she was with the Yankees for all those years. So he was bringing over people from the Yankees into the lair of the Marlins there. Now he's leaving them all hanging. So we'll see how this plays it out.
Kathleen Nigg.
Yeah, Nigg.
No, her name's Kim Nigg.
Kim Nigg.
Yeah, her name's Kim Nigg, and it's Kim Nigg, and it's the last name is spelled N-G.
It's just N-G. So how do you say it? Is it Nigg?
Scheizkopf, how do you say her last name? Can you tell us?
Let me have another swig.
I
said Nigg.
That works. And for all you Jeter fans, you got some more Spank Bank here for you. If you want to jerk it to him, you got it.
Oh,
a true Yankee. He's a true Yankee.
He is. But I know why he left, because he wants to get his Yankee yanked at home from his wife. I can't think of his wife's name. Can anybody help us with that? What's his wife's name? She's a supermodel.
I don't know.
The Jeter you're talking about?
Yeah, Jeter's wife. What's her name?
Oh, her name. Oh man, Jeter's wife is Hannah. Hannah.
Yes, she's a supermodel, dude. Look at her, unbelievable.
Oh, she's insane, bro.
Yeah. Her maiden name was Hannah Davis.
Yeah.
You sound like a stalker.
Wait, was it Hannah Davis or Hannah Ferguson?
Hannah Davis.
Okay.
Hannah Davis with the Hannah Fergie burger.
I showed Fergie what was up.
Yes, you did.
In my pants.
America.
More sports. I think we got one more story here. We've got another Florida native.
Right.
The Hulkster.
Yes, Scheisskopf, I want to talk to you about it right away. Now, Scheisskopf, do you have, without letting it, giving up everything about yourself, do you have kids?
2 that I know of.
I love that guy. Why do I love that guy so
Let
much?
me crack another.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Man, he's getting it.
God damn. Listen up, yo.
Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead. Oh, man.
You
Number
working
5. Number 5.
Number 5. Look at that. Number 5. I love it. Side 9-2, though, he's giving you a little crap. He's saying, welcome to 1984.
I'm drinking Bud, which is like Coke 45 in 1999 years.
Look at this. He's rocking you, man. Bud is brewed with rice. Enjoy your tomorrow's stomach rot, dude.
Hey, 5 Buds is the same as 2 IPAs. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. Scheisskopf, why I was asking you about your 2 kids is because Hulk Hogan recently was in the news because he just got divorced for like the 4th time. One of his divorces was because he hooked up with his daughter's best friend. Yes.
What's wrong with that?
You answered the question.
Well, there was a question I had to answer you.
Old enough to pee, old enough to me. Grass on the field, play ball.
Play ball.
Oh, geez. Oh, no. Jerk 3, what do you want to say about that? Dibs.
How old was the friend?
They were, she was of age. She was like 18. No. It happened when she was like 18, 19.
Any more description?
Well, did you happen to watch? You were watching the show before. Did you see the Australian girl that
with the teeth
had posted
with those teeth?
Yeah, with those teeth. She looked like her minus the teeth.
Good for Hulky.
Good for Hulk. You know what? What are you going to do when Hulkamania runs wild all over you, wraps you around?
See, I will be the rebuttal. I will be the rebuttal, and I will say that inappropriate, no place for it. I would never ever do something like that.
You know why?
Sounds like you're trying to cover up something, jerk.
Because you probably have a daughter. I got 2 sons. That's why.
Yep. Right.
Jerk 2, it sounds like you've launched a preemptive strike against them and mounted a defense.
That is well said. That's exactly it. I have a daughter, and so
I understand, bro. It's all good.
Maybe your 2 sons and your 2 daughters can hook up sometime, and you can
come on, jerk 1, dude. No,
dude's out of control.
Well, you know what? That brings us right to the guest interview challenge, does it not?
Oh, we're away from that. We can rock over to that though. That's fine. That's just a plea for guests, really.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, okay. All right.
I'll pop that on right now.
Hey, Jerk 2.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerk 2. In reference to the comment of Jerk 1 just now, here's what I have to say as a rebuttal.
Right.
Stop. You're not funny. No one likes you. Stop.
Oh, man.
Since we're having such a good time with Scheisskopf here, we would like to put a shout out. We do have a podcast guest challenge. Who we want? We're looking for meth heads, gold diggers, gigolos, juggaloos, combers, goers, spin daddies, bullies, goobas, chakas, dagos, wogs, boomgas, kankas, guidos, meatheads, greasers, teasers, tweakers, Jenkins, peckerwoods, know-it-all fuck-ups, Debbie Downers, squares, morons, beatniks, hippies, dippies, whores, dignitaries, and nymphomaniacs. If you are one of these persons, please contact us. We want to talk to you.
Please.
Yeah.
I hope I fit that mold.
You fit a couple of those. Whatever boxes work off, just check the box.
We all do. That's the thing. That's what makes this show perfect.
Let's rock out here with a public service announcement. We have to do like 2 of these an hour, so we could stay cool on the air. Like we have a different,
and pay the bills. I got you.
Right. So our next one, we had this last week. It got off pretty well. People liked it. We're gonna play it again for everybody. It's called Never Trust a Fart.
Yeah.
Do it.
What is a shark? Shit shadical. That's shadical. That's
Hello, my name is Sharky Waffles. What is a shart? The art of the shart. It's epic, and if you do it right, it will smell like last night's Chinese food.
Never trust a fart.
Excellent.
Gotta keep things real in that. So you always gotta bring extra stuff with you. That's just the bottom line. It's a tough world out there. We're gonna go right to our Dick of the Week award.
Let's do it.
Who do you think the Dick of the Week is this week? You want to take a wild guess?
Um,
we'll tell you. Here's you could use this to guess.
Okay.
We got a game of charades, 3 jerks charades for you.
Right. Shit plus a Russian can.
Shit Russian can. Russian's the thing. A shit can, pretzel shit.
Yeah. Jerk 3, what do you think?
I'm thinking something about a brown deposit plus a silver cyclical receptacle.
Okay, and that's and Scheisskopf, what do you think?
I see this shit every day.
I'm
wiping asses every day. I gotta say pooping.
Pooping.
Yeah.
Pooping.
Well done, dude.
I think we got it. Dude. Congratulations. Dick of the Week award goes to Vladimir Putin for all the things you've done to make our lives so much more pleasant.
Yep.
Putin.
All right. Yo, I gotta jump. You know what I'm saying? I gotta drop a deuce and I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to relieve you guys, so I'm peacing out.
I think you need to relieve yourself.
Yes, sir.
Scheisskopf, you were brilliant. We loved you, man.
Oh, much love, my friend. Much love, my NGs, my ings.
Yeah, right back at you. Right back at you.
Okay.
You keep on rocking out. You know what your cock out. You know what I'm saying? Rock out with your cock out.
Peace out. All right, man, that was great, huh? We got ourselves a good guest there.
Yeah, well, so Putin is your Dick of the Week, huh? All right, I agree.
For the 7th week of 2022 goes to Vladdy Putin on that. We'll see if anyone can outdo that for next week.
Okay.
We'll find somebody.
So if Vladimir Putin decided to unilaterally launch a nuclear strike on the United States, could he do it? Or do the Russians have a system in place to prevent one unstable person, Vladimir Putin, from destroying the entire world? Okay? The short answer is the final decision to deploy nuclear weapons always lies with the military. But, people think that this guy can just, decide to press the button, and that's crazy.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm still waiting for the heavy artillery to come out. I just have a feeling something either the Russians are going to stop what they're doing and everybody's going to go their merry way, or the Russians are just going to come out of nowhere and annihilate Ukraine. They're just waiting for everybody to just chill for a minute, and they're going to bring out the heavy guns.
Well, I think it's like making a decision, dude. It's like shit or get off the pot. It's like so all right. So Vladimir Putin made a massive logistical error, okay? But before that, there was no way this is well thought out. It's like what it is. It's like rage. It's like anger. It's like I'm going to strike, and because I don't know, maybe I just did my last like drop of like whatever I did. Maybe it's drugs. But the thing is like there's no way that he's a strategic person because that doesn't make sense. There's no way he could win. What is the end game? He doesn't have an end game. So what is he doing? We don't know what he's doing. I never know what he's doing over there. And it doesn't make any sense. So at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, like, where's he going to go from here? And there's nowhere to go. So what are you going to do?
That's a good point. You're absolutely right. Jerk one, what do you think?
He could throw a few nukes into Eastern Europe and have China cover his ass and maybe take out a few of our cities on the Pacific and kind of keep us in check that way. And he can move in to do whatever the hell he wants there. So it's going to be upsetting.
So you're saying, Jerk one, that if nukes are dropped, right? Nukes, like actual nukes, right?
Missiles.
The fallout from nukes won't have a massive growth effect that will literally decimate things.
A domino effect to mutual mass destruction.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying mass destruction necessarily, but just like enough destruction.
I'm sorry, I used the wrong word. It's called a mutually assured destruction. That was always what kept us the faces calm. Was that you had enough stuff in your arsenal to kill each other on that, a mutually assured destruction. And now if he's going to piecemeal this out and lay a few into Poland or something, and suddenly some submarines rise up on the eastern seaboard to keep our eastern shores in check and to knock out anything that may come his way via the Atlantic, and say China jumps on board too and decides to take their grab now and maybe put a few down there. I mean, things can escalate quickly. That's what you don't want. Thank goodness thank goodness we have a cool, competent leader with his hand firmly on the trigger, on the button. So
that's a good point.
I'm saving up the Campbell soup, gentlemen.
Yes.
Can we talk about mean people?
Say that again?
Can we talk about mean people? They suck, since we're talking about nuclear war and Putin and all.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What do you do? Like, if we were just nice to him, but would Putin think that we were fake and just, should we just ignore him or just show him how we really feel?
Well, that's a question because actually my wife and I were talking about it. My wife is strict Italian girl from New York. She plays more games. If somebody pisses her off, she's going to let them know it.
Bro. F yeah.
Yeah, you're the same way, Jerk 3?
I love that, man. Yeah, I'm Italian all the way, brother.
Well, there you go. So, but me, on the other hand, I don't like to give people satisfaction of trying to steal my energy, So
right. No,
I just sort of ignore them, and I don't even let them get in my little circle. And and she was like, well, you know what? I can't do that. But here's an example. Like, we have a neighbor. Everybody has a neighbor who they can't fucking stand.
Right.
We have somebody, and she's very negative, always looking to draw up some problems. Yeah, so my wife, tells her off from time to time, and I always tell her, I'm like, hey, why let her get to you? Like, just go your merry way. And she's like, I'm just not that way. I'm not fake. What about you, Coquan?
You shouldn't stereotype Italians that way. Everyone has a hot temper.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That is good.
Revenge is a dish best served cold. So getting your rocks off early, to me, takes the dog out of the fight.
Right. I got you.
So I wait. Yeah, I wait, and I like to let the wheels of justice grind. And they may be slow, but they certainly grind.
Hey, Jerk 1.
Yes, sir.
My wheels are grinding because I just got this. It's like fresh. It's like breaking news. Ready? Are you ready for this?
We're ready.
Look my ass, Daddy.
Oh, I love it.
Sorry.
What was that?
I'm going to replay it for you.
Look my ass, Daddy.
Oh, that's what I thought I heard.
There you go. Not bad. Now, you know what? Let's segue into another thing. Not a mean person at all. One of our listeners, he's very dedicated, and he has, not only does he always listen, but he has ideas for the show. And one of his ideas was we should announce new tours that are coming out.
Yeah.
List. I have some new tours. Do we care about The Weeknd? The Weeknd, he just announced that he's starting a tour. Do
you asked for tours?
The Weeknd. Yeah.
You want tours, bitch? Here you go. You got fucking tours right here.
Look at that.
What do you think of that shit, huh?
Wow. Well, right off the bat, what jumps out to me is Foo Fighters. Well, hold on a second. Bikini Kill? They are excellent. All-girl band.
Yeah.
The lead singer's married to the dude from the Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
So right there, that family's royalty. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
They came from a record label that had a really good artist. Jerk 3, you may know him. His name was Elliott Smith.
Oh, dude, Elliott Smith holds shelf space for my record collection.
Same here. Not only that, we referenced the movie that he's part of. What movie is that?
Good Will Hunting.
Yes, sir. Well done.
We're back. We are back where we started.
Yes. Well, Bikini Kill and him were on the same record label, and it was called Kill Rock Stars.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, moving down the list, you got Foo Fighters, Rage. All right. Has anybody here, Jerk 1 or Jerk 3, have you seen Rage Against the Machine?
Have not.
I haven't seen Rage live, no.
Oh, my God. It is the best experience in the world.
I bet it was amazing. I'm jealous, bro.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
I mean, just the energy alone, what they bring. And now, I was never one for mosh pits. Jerk 1, Jerk 3. Ever get involved in a mosh pit?
I mean, like whether it was our own shows or it was like other shows, definitely fearless in that respect.
Yep.
Yeah, Jerk 1, you always got into the mosh pits, didn't you?
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Jerk 1 would come to our shows and yell Slayer and tell us to fuck off, and then he would
yelling that cancer was number one.
And cancer was number one, and he would fuck everybody up in the crowd. It was amazing.
We were doing a cancer benefit show, and I'm like, yeah, cancer rules. Cancer's number one.
He's like, I lost a finger to cancer, and then he would like drop kick a motherfucker off the stage.
Oh. Well, Rage Against the Machine is the place for the mosh pit.
Amazing,
and,
amazing.
Just YouTube them. I mean,
I know Rage. I know Rage great.
Yeah, they're going to be in France, though, so it's going to be a trip to go see them. Not all these folks are touring in the United States now. If there's specifics, I can go and get back to you on that. But some of these are out and about. Some may only have 3 or 4 shows. Others are whoring it up, like Elton John, you know?
Yeah, I can't believe Deep Purple's still doing their thing.
They're probably playing some balloon show or, a county fair in Ohio.
Side 928 is... pissed that there's no mention of circle jerks.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, look.
Well, there is now.
there is now. Jerk 1, I love the fact that you got Tame Impala on the roster.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is awesome, Jerk 3. They're great.
Let's find out where they are, if they're going to be around here or around this country, maybe.
Jerk 1, are you familiar with Tame Impala?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
Pittsburgh, Florida.
Oh, they're from around. No, but where are they from? Where is Tame Impala from?
Australia.
Yeah, they're excellent.
Yeah.
Yep. I just got turned on to them the last couple years.
My parents had an Impala, and it was from down under.
They got down under with it.
Going down the list, I will tell you, Paul McCartney is going to be in my neck of the woods. He's going to be 80 years old this year, and he's doing a 14-city tour. And so I thought, I had this idea. I was like, yeah, I'm going to bring my kiddos. We're going to go, and they're always going to be able to say that they saw Paul McCartney. Then I pulled up the price of a ticket,
$1,200.
Well, for nosebleed, it starts at like 500.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, I thought to myself, now here's a question for you guys. All right, jerk 1, jerk 3. You're Paul McCartney, you got all the money in the world. All the money.
You can never have enough.
Do you still go out at 80 years old and charge $400 a ticket?
You have other people driving that too. You know, we have the whole people he's got to feed and stuff, the leeches and stuff.
Yeah, I'm going with jerk 1. I'm not saying there's no greed, jerk 2. I'm just saying, and because there always is. But there is like the overhead. There's always that overhead. There's the production, and there's trailers, and there's the fucking lights and the smoke and the pyrotechnics. Maybe not for him, but you know what I mean.
If these guys balanced it out and they put a couple free shows in there, a Central Park free show, and hit the major parks in the cities and do a free show there like that, maybe then people won't show up to see him in the stadium though. But if he did a combination, I mean, does he need the money? No, he's doing just well. He's got generation changing money for as long as
This is not to cut you off, but this is my favorite Tame Impala song.
Nice.
I don't know how much of that we can play on here.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Yeah. We'll see if we get a letter from Tame Impala's.
As long as we talk over it, the algorithms won't pick it up.
That's right. This is not legal advice. The podcast will become compliant, safe and curly show.
This is not financial or legal advice. Nice.
That's Taylor Martin. Thank you. Susan Dresses, enjoy the show.
I love the fact that bands like Steely Dan are still doing it. The Who, it's still coming around.
Yeah, they're going to be in Philadelphia next week, I think, or very soon in March. You know what's sad? Gordon Lightfoot. I looked up. He's doing like 26 shows.
Yes.
That dude, they bring up around in like an ambulance, I think. They bring him up the street.
like the whole band died off, and it's like a whole bunch of fucking fill-ins.
Yeah.
And it's like almost like a laser light show of the real band.
He was Gordon's guitar tuner in the 75 tour. Now he's a star of the Gordon Lightfoot show.
Gordon Lightfoot, his best song, Down, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs.
Edmund Fitzgerald is a slammer.
Yeah, he's one of the true originals. I used to party till the wee hours of the morning with Bob Dylan and all his friends. So
He's a great golfer too. I guess when he could golf. Yeah.
Okay.
You're just going to believe me by face value on that. Good,
dude. You're jerk 1. You're the educator of our show.
Nice. Right.
I do not see. I'm sorry.
No,
I do not see Gwar on your list, but they have announced that they are coming out with a new tour. Gwar. Wow. Has anybody ever seen Gwar before?
No, have not.
I've never seen Gwar live, but dude, Gwar is insane, bro.
Are they really? Because I didn't know that. Are they really good?
Well, all right. So if you check out any live footage of Gwar, you're gonna see like blood spitting and like all this like craziness, like costumes and like it's like theatrics and it's really like avant-garde and over the top stuff. They don't. Yeah, they put on a show. It's almost like a Broadway play, but like from Satan.
Wow. A Broadway play from Satan. That is a great title. I love that jerk 3.
It's entertaining.
Is it like Slipknot, so to speak?
It like Slipknot gets like dark and serious, where Gwar is kind of like in between that. It's like it's serious and it's dark, but there's an element to it that's just like, well, okay, dude, you guys are in like heavy foam like costumes.
Side has seen Gwar.
Yeah, and like when I look at you, I just can't take you completely serious.
Okay, side 928's agreeing with you.
Yeah, and he's seen it. He's seen it live.
Right on. Okay.
He's had semen like spat on him.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, no way. No way. Really?
We got to have him as a guest. We got to know what Gwar semen is like.
Buck Cherry's on the list. They are a crazy band, Buck Cherry.
They are.
Oh yeah, Buck Cherry's sick.
Yeah, they are. They have a favorite tune of mine too. We could talk over that too.
Yeah, well, I was working with Evan Seinfeld for a while, and Evan Seinfeld from Biohazard, and they were doing a band called the Spiders.
Right.
And the Spiders was the departure of Biohazard, and it was like Evan Seinfeld, which was, you know, the leader of Biohazard, going into a new band, leading this new band. And the first show was with Buck Cherry.
Nice.
Yeah,
Really?
It was crazy. It was a crazy lineup. And it was almost like Evan Seinfeld going like Biohazard style to almost like a Social Distortion meets Biohazard. It was a really weird sound. And then they were like aligned with Buck Cherry. It was a crazy thing. It didn't last long. Maybe like a year or two, and then it was defunct. And then Biohazard got back together for a reunion tour.
Well,
yeah.
I heard about these guys.
What did Mike Hunstank miss? Everything, motherfucker.
What did he miss? 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
10 seconds.
Hey guys, I'm late to the show. Oh, there's only 30 seconds left. What did I miss?
Do you guys care that Blondie's going on tour?
Oh, I do. Dude, we did a showcase at SIR Studios in New York City, and
Right.
Deborah Harry was next door to us doing a collaboration with Ozzy's daughter.
No way.
It was
Really?
the coolest fucking thing, and it was just surreal because we're trying to get our faculties together, and we're like, okay, so labels are coming, we're gonna get our shit together, we're gonna do this, and we're like, hey, oh shit, that was like that Blondie chick, yeah, that was fucking Deborah Harry, and then there goes what's her name from what's Ozzy's daughter's name? I can't even.
Kelly Osbourne.
Kelly Osbourne, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are they doing? And next thing you know, they're collaborating, they're writing songs together in the next studio over, and it's literally like 10 feet away. It's amazing.
Excellent. That's
Yeah, it was cool.
Did that song ever come out?
You know what? I don't have any follow up on that. I don't know, but it was just cool to witness that in person.
Look at this.
Yeah, I love this. Side 928.
Dude, he just put it out there.
I love that.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, well,
Great.
I could agree. I agree with that.
All right, so Matt Pinfield was really stoked on the SFS record, Nice, Totally Badass.
Kelly
And
Osbourne.
the thing about it is Dave Smalley came in to produce, engineer, but the thing that's crazy is there was this guy from K-Rock doing promotions. I think his name was like Mike or something. This motherfucker was like the coolest, badass fucking personality you ever met in promotions. He fucking pushed the record. He got it to Matt Pinfield. Next thing you know, it's on K-Rock, and it's being played the shit out of on Matt Pinfield's show. And he was stoked about Dave Smalley producing it. He was stoked about Anything, which was the Dramarama cover. And he was like, dude, this guy's rock. And he was playing it on his show. And it was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's better than Buck Cherry, but it definitely fucking rocked.
Absolutely.
It
Come
rocked.
on. And for those who don't know, SFS is part of the intro to our show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And throughout all these years, all we've done is now Jerk 3 is just privy to this because we let them know, but Jerk 1 and Jerk 2, we reference that album as up there with the greats. We're talking Appetite for Destruction, SFS. Which one? Like, sometimes it's tough. Appetite is phenomenal, legendary, but so is
Incredible.
the first album of SFS too.
I can't put it up there with Guns N' Roses. I mean, that's an amazing honor, but I mean, I can't do it because they're so good and we're so not. But dude, I'll tell you something right now. Mike Hunstank just nailed it, dude. I don't know if you saw what he just wrote. Can we pull that up again? Yeah, Matt Pinfield, definitely a New Bromfist legend. He is an incredible dude, and I'm going to tell you something. He battled with alcohol for a long time, and he just got sober. He's been sober for a long time now, and he's celebrating it. I don't know if you guys knew, but he definitely was having like a really big downward spiral, and he recovered from it. And the dude is so proud that he's sober, and he's recovered, and he's like doing so well in life now. And I mean, he's a legend all day long, you know.
A Legend All Day Long is the introductory album of Stick Figure Suicide.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I could go on forever.
Yeah.
Jerk one will tell you. This is my jam right here. This is my jam.
Nice.
Here's
Dude, this is sick. Listen to him. Listen to the balls to this song. Fuck! How? I love that I can actually pick your brain on this. Because seriously, I'm not lying. All through the years, Jerk 1, Jerk 2, we talked about this album all the time. How the fuck do you play that fast?
It was a hyperactivity that came from birth.
Oh man, I swear, like your guitar, along with, can we give names out for? I guess, right?
Yeah,
we can give names out for the singer and all that, right?
Sure, of course.
Okay, great. The Paul, the singer, fucking sick. We got to get him on the show because his story is he never fronted a band. Is that right? Before Stick Figure Suicide?
100% correct. Factual.
Okay, so you could not tell by listening to this album because he sounds like a seasoned veteran singer.
He's got the Minor Threat thing going. He's got his own thing going. It's incredible. Like, he found his own voice, and it was like a thing that just came natural. And I think, like, with all of us growing up in an area where, like, there really was not a lot happening in that, suburban area. It was like boredom kind of took over, and we learned to play instruments. Next thing you know, it's like, all right, well, we grew up, and I don't know what it was about the group, like the connection. But we all had like some kind of element of like hyperactivity, ADD, anger, like whatever it was, like some kind of like unresolved issues. And we just put it into music, and it just came out as like this explosion of like fast punk rock.
Dude, listen to this. Here it comes. Here it comes. Hold on to your seats. Fucking, and I'll tell you what, no shit, the production, whoever recorded this for you,
Chris,
epic job.
Yeah, Chris what was it, Chris Gibson. He did a good job.
Fucking love it. I can listen to it all day, and I do sometimes because I work from fucking home.
Well, just like with Tardos, with the wheelchair marshmallows, we got a song called Open Wounds, and there's like wheelchair kids in the video.
Dude, that reminds me. That reminds me of a story. One of my buddies and I were in Newark Airport. It's late night. First of all, it's a long night after drinking, partying, doing drugs. He has the great idea of hopping into a car, taking a plane to Vegas. He wants to do that. So me, of course, I got no fucking problem following him, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just like out of a movie. We get to the airport, and he steals a wheelchair. And he goes, watch this. There's a bunch of foreigners coming out the airport, and he fucking acts like he's a quadriplegic,
Oh my God.
And right in front of the whole group, he falls out of the wheelchair.
Jesus.
and like just flops around on the floor. So yeah, I'm sorry that triggered that story from me. I remember.
That's amazing. Don't feed the jerks.
Don't feed the jerks.
That's right.
That's amazing, Mike.
But yeah, Jerk 2. Yes.
Jerk 2.
Yes. But yeah.
I was talking about when I said Mike, I meant Mike Hunstank had a comment before, and it was something about don't feed the jerks.
So I'm glad he's back. And he said something about Matt Pinfield, the new Brumfist legend.
Yeah.
He is. Well, you know what? He's second in line.
There it is.
To the one epic legend of New Brumfist. Jerk 1.
Big Steve.
Announce his name for us.
Big Steve.
Big Steve.
Big Steve.
Big Steve.
Big Steve is the number one legend.
Absolutely. We're gonna be doing some car bombs in his honor for March 17th for St. Patrick's Day. It's a
I don't know him. I don't know him as Big Steve. Are we talking about the same person?
Yeah.
We are, okay.
Yeah, and if you ask Dun Dude, or if you ask Mr. Suicide, you got there's one thing they do as tradition every year in his honor.
What is it?
And that is the Irish car bomb.
What is the Irish car bomb exactly?
It's a drink. You got the Jameson and the beer. I think it's like Jameson and Guinness, and it's like you drop a shot of Jameson into the Guinness, and then I'm assuming I'm right. I really don't know. They may have like a more official way to do it, but that's how I've done it. I always do one for him anyway.
Yeah, dude, greatest dude ever. He befriended me. I was a youngster, and I was like, wow, who's this older dude? Like he was cool. Not only that, he knew fucking music.
Yeah.
Inside and out.
Yeah, he was kind of like a Matt Pinfield.
Yes, that's why I'm saying he was Matt Pinfield before Matt Pinfield.
Yeah.
I think
excellent.
I think he's cooler. I mean, Matt Pinfield's cool. Don't get me wrong, but for my money, it's
Big Steve was the real
Steve
deal
all the way.
DJ
And how did
Jim
Big Steve come about? How'd the name Big Steve come about? I'd love to hear that.
DJ Jim. Ask Side 928 to weigh in on how Big Steve got his name.
We should have him in as a guest, I think, for that, to give him some proper respect. Not just some quips on a comment, some public comment.
I agree.
All right, yeah. You know what? Let's see if we can work that out. And that's a teaser. We'll see if we can get the real story of Big Steve.
Do some Irish car bombs on the air.
I would love that. In his honor, I would do that for him. And I don't drink hard liquor at all, but I would do that for him.
Yeah, but for him, right?
Jameson, Guinness, and Bailey's together. So we'll get our act together on that.
Beautiful.
Okay, that'll work. Well, I always remember there's one story about him that I always love to remind myself of.
Oh, yeah, Jameson, Guinness, and Bailey's. Sorry, go ahead.
And Bailey's, yeah. I was pretty high, and your mouth is dry. You're pretty high. George Thorogood, anybody? George Thorogood? Come on.
That's beautiful, man. Yo, man, good. What is it? Bad to the bone, brother.
No, it's one bourbon, one scotch.
Oh, yeah.
One beer.
Anyway,
yeah, that's the song. But anyway, I'm walking up. I had nothing to do, and I'm walking up Main Street, and sure enough, I see out on the front lawn there's some dude just hanging out with a bunch of boxes, and it was Big Steve. And he was having I believe it was a garage sale, or he was giving them away for free. I want to say he was giving away for free all these albums.
Wow.
And he just gave me dibs. He was like, dude, whatever you want, you can take. And that's what I mean. That's the kind of guy he was. Like,
Hey,
I mean,
did someone mention albums? Did you get this album?
Oh, look at that.
How's that for
he made that to me.
Absolutely sick.
And you know what, man? Have you ever gotten all fucked up and put this album on and just kind of throw it on the floor and it lands upside down?
No, I haven't. What's it look like if it does?
All these years, man. Fucking guitar shit, man.
Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
No.
That's crazy, man.
All these years, and that was fucking guitars the whole time. Posing as a motherfucking spaceship.
They look like burning pipes too. They could be like weed pipes too.
No, absolutely. They're bowls. They're bowls and they're weed pipes and they're guitars and they're spaceships. I mean, whoever came up with this artwork was like a multi-dimensional creature.
Well, there's a credit. Give credit where it's due. They work for Epic
they were
Records.
doing like DMT or something.
Paula Scher.
The mid 70s produced a lot of interesting fashion and insight on.
All right, I'm going to do a little investigating while you're doing this because Paula Scher, is she any relation to John Scher, who the big record or the big concert promoter, John Scher? Remember him?
Oh wow, I didn't even think of that.
Maybe.
I'm going to look it up while you guys are talking about it.
All right, we're going to jump. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Jerk too.
She's still around. She's an American graphic designer, and
there was I was gonna say there was a band that did a high school battle of the bands that did More Than a Feeling, and they had this radical like show up at 30 seconds before you go on singer to do this song, and I was like, I remember that guy, and he was a jerk, but he was cool.
Yeah, that was fucked.
He was a jerk, but he was cool. I love it. That is a great way to explain something. That's excellent. He was a jerk, but he was cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
Dude, he rocked it, and he rocked it.
Yeah, I heard about that, and I'll tell you what, I heard that band was robbed. That's what I heard because.
Oh yeah.
And I heard the judges even agreed. Is that true?
All right, so exactly, this is exactly what happened. It's amazing. So the school newspaper already had the story, and the story was they won the Battle of the Bands. They had them like pinned as winners. They were already writing the story. So what's crazy is the next band that went on, they had the entire school choir come up onto the stage to do 4-part harmonies for Bohemian Rhapsody. And Sam Ash, the music store, were the judges for the show. And they were like, okay, guys, we realize this is totally unfair to you. And we realize this breaks probably all the rules if there were any. But that was so effing fucking rad that we have to like vote them as the winner. And I said, that's totally unfair because like there's 30 people on the stage and none of them are in the band doing, because it's the school choir. And I said, if it takes the entire school choir to beat us, I'm like, that's outrageous. So they were deemed the winners. But what's crazy is the karma came to bite them in the ass because even though the school paper was already writing us or the band that, thought was the winner into Battle of the Bands history, they said, oh yeah, it was this band that won, but it was our name in their picture. So at the end of the day, they had to correct the story, and they never did. So we were still the all-time champs.
Right on.
Yeah, man.
That's good history. I never knew that story. That's pretty cool.
It's crazy. I still have the clippings from that story.
Oh, from the band that played.
Yeah, because I followed them like crazy. I was a groupie.
Yeah, we're just making sure that your story's straight there. Yeah,
I was making sure that you guys knew I was a groupie because I was. I threw them my bra.
Today in music history, Minnie the Moocher came out. Buffalo Springfield was formed.
Yep.
Van Halen began their first world tour, opening for Journey of all bands in the Aragon Ballroom in Chicago.
Right. Now, again, going back to the beginning of the show, we talked about the cruelty of life. David Lee Roth, 2022. If David Lee Roth, 1978, saw David Lee Roth of 2022, would he want to continue living? And David Lee is still champ in my eyes. He's the best in the world. But, his looks, it's totally different from the way he used to be.
What about his vocals?
We're
talking about...
Even more.
I think, his Uncle Manny, right? The older guy, he died recently. His uncle lived to be 100 and something. So he's always had an older version of himself almost out there, someone he could relate to.
Right.
So I think he kind of saw himself back in the 70s. He was a young man. He could look at his Uncle Manny in his 50s or 60s then, and he could be comfortable in his own skin.
I like that.
I think he played a pretty big role in keeping him on the straight and narrow, or however straight and narrow Diamond Dave could keep it. But I think that kept him. I think he'd be happy with himself. He
Diamond Dave, you brought up his uncle, and his uncle was the one who owned Cafe Wah.
Yep.
Which was a huge club back with the Beatniks and all them folk singers, like Bob Dylan got his start there and all that. Van Halen, that's a funny thing about David Lee Roth. He's a rocker, and he always talks about how Van Halen started from the beginning and all that, but he came from a family of royalty. He's got money. I mean, he always had money.
His father was a doctor. I mean, they grew up in Indiana, and he went to L.A., and he worked in the public hospital in L.A. I think he did okay, enough to buy some equipment and a car, but I mean, I don't know if it was exact royalty or not.
Right. But that's what, you know what, it's funny, which is sad. And Jerk 3, you got to chime in on this one. Eddie Van Halen, that's why his demise came so early, because think about it. Eddie was so good and so ahead of his time on the guitar and producing, but he was always linked to David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
And he never wanted to be. He wanted to be on his own. And if you think about it, that whole band is Eddie Van Halen. Without Eddie Van Halen's songs and his craftsmanship, I mean, David, if you think about it, David only really gave the lyrics. That was it.
Yeah, that was it. That's a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, without the song, I mean, Eddie Van Halen was way ahead of his time in terms of, in the 70s doing all that stuff with the guitar. That was fucking unheard of. And, Eddie always, in my opinion, again, this is my opinion, I always think Eddie Van Halen thought he should have a band like Joe Satriani, and he should be known as, that's why they called it Van Halen, right? It should have been his band, but it was never known as his band, ever. And think about it. He never put out a solo album. Why did he? That solo album would be fucking epic if he ever put a solo album out.
That's true. I wonder.
Why didn't he ever do that?
Got to be the Suits. Suits told him no. He was contractually obligated to work with partners in Warner Brothers.
Jerk 3.
Talk to Ted Templeton about it.
Jerk 3. Is he one of your top 5, Eddie Van Halen?
Eddie Van Halen was actually one of the biggest influences for me on guitar ever, easily. I have Eddie Van Halen, I have Stevie Ray Vaughan, I have Jimi Hendrix, and I have a couple other virtuosos like maybe Joe Satriani and Yngwie and stuff. But it's even Eric Johnson, and some random blues artists. But Eddie was so inventive. It was so creative, and it's while I agree with Jerk 1 that lyrics are really important, because when you start going into publishing rights, they view vocal melodies and lyrics as 70% of the song. It's the song rights are crazy when it comes to vocals.
Wow.
It's real heavy like that. I'm not saying it's fair, but I'm saying that's what it is. And
Right.
then songwriting is not secondary, but in a publishing sense, it kind of is for payment for royalties, right? So you have that. But when you're really a writing machine, and maybe Eddie Van Halen was, and I believe he was, and you're writing songs, and you're the driving engine, and you're maybe also writing lyrics, and you're maybe also writing vocal melodies, because I think he did on keyboards. He would tell David hey, this is what I'm thinking, and he would write them out. But he didn't take credit for that. So
Right.
when they decided to establish their publishing rights, you have a choice. You can say, well, I'm the songwriter and I get whatever percentage, or you could say, I want to make the band happy, and we can divide it amongst 4 or 5 or whoever, or you can just take whatever the dictated publishing premises, which is 70% vocals and lyrics versus whoever. Now, if he did that, then he dropped the ball on himself. So I don't know. I can't speak to that because I don't know what was behind their songwriting, and I can't say like how they like decided who would get what. But that's how publishing works.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's interesting. It's, you know, I mean, think about it. 1977, 78, you got disco happening, and all of a sudden Mean Streets comes out.
Yeah.
The guitar on that is just sick, dude. I mean, sick. But anyway, I killed Jerk One's thunder. I apologize.
Wow.
Keep going through.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
So what happened? Metallica released Master of Puppets on today on that, and Nickelback too. Man, they got 10 million copies of their For All the Right Reasons. Man,
never got into Nickelback. I know a lot of people did.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Remember, there was a sign at a radio station you worked at. It said no Nickelback albums. I think that's what it said.
Yeah. Whatever happened to them? They were like huge. I'd never hear from them anymore.
We're not allowed to play Nickelback.
Wow.
Ronnie Montrose killed himself today back in 2012. If you don't know Montrose, I would say definitely check them out.
Yep, they're excellent.
That's good stuff. And happy birthday to the funky Cole Medina himself, Tone Loc.
Yeah.
And I can't read who the other guy is here. I don't have.
He was in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Right.
Yes,
that's right. And John Lively of the Hooters. So it's kind of a dry birthday day today. But I think the Hooters are underrated back in the day too. But that's for another day.
Yeah. They were kind of cool. I thought that dude had a high voice, man. I used to always try to sing like him, and there's just no way. You know,
Don't Drive My Car Tonight is probably my favorite song out of them. But
right,
man, we're getting through stuff here. We got a couple things left.
Let's do it. Also, this date, Smashing Pumpkins were banned from the BBC Top of the Pops.
Really?
10 of their song lyrics. The band single "Disarm."
That was banned. Why?
I have no idea. It says
that's crazy.
1994, they were banned from appearing on BBC's Top of the Pops. But to go back, hold on. We always got to chime in with our listeners. To go back to Van Halen, Side 928 said that Van Hagar had big hits too.
Yeah.
He did. He's absolutely right. And I think that's actually where Eddie kind of took more control in the band with the keyboards. I mean,
he got to pick Hagar this time. He didn't get to pick David Lee Roth, really. Maybe he did. Looks like Dave picked himself for the band, or had a more integral part. He didn't get to.
I agree.
Well, I mean, the fact that Side 928 said that it was Van Hagar, it's like that in itself. That's kind of a disrespect to Sammy Hagar.
You mean to Eddie Van Halen?
To everybody.
Well, dude, why you don't like Sammy Hagar?
No, I do, but I'm saying like to call him Van Hagar is like kind of like saying that he's not Sammy Hagar, he's a fill-in for Van Halen in a replacement for David Lee Roth. I mean, at least that's the way I take it.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Sammy, I used to fucking hate Sammy because I was a David Lee Roth fan.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, Sammy Hagar has a TV show. It's on Axe TV.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Excellent. Cool fucking dude. Partier still.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like 75 years old, still partying down in Cabo.
Cabo Wabo, bro.
Right. Now, here's a story that came out of that show. Eddie and Alex were all in on Cabo. And now think about it. Sammy Hagar is now a billionaire 10 times over because of all the Cabos that he has.
Oh, yeah.
And Eddie and Alex at the last minute pulled out and they were like, we don't want any part of this. Sad.
You know what that is? You know what that is? That's a satchel of Limp Richards.
Side 928 said that was to differentiate between the two. All right, yeah. Yep, I got it. You're right. But I mean, the fucking keyboard riffs alone that Eddie Van Halen played, go back to them.
Amazing.
Oh, just fucking sick how he plays that shit. And then on top of it, you're like, okay, nothing's better than that in the song. And then all of a sudden, this fucking maniac guitar solo comes in.
Yeah.
You're like,
Jerk too. I'm with you. Like what I think is like songwriting is almost underrated in a way. Like when it comes to publishing, and that's what I was saying before. Is like when you have Eddie, a genius like that, like the songwriting ability. He's guitar, he's bass, he's keyboard, he's everything. He's like, it's incredible talent. It's beyond anything. It's like you didn't have to have a vocalist that it's almost like you could hire a vocalist and tell him what to do, and you would get the same result. Which means to me, if you were the publishing company, you should give him 100%. I'm with you.
Only 10 seconds so far.
Okay, hurry up.
I mean, listen to that. Fucking sick, man. Sick.
We keep it real here.
This is not financial.
Or dude, Jerk 3, you know a lot of shit about the insides of the music business. Maybe next show or the show after.
Yeah.
You could give us some insight, man. I love hearing about that stuff.
Yeah, I would love to. If you guys are open to it, and the listeners want to hear it, I'm down.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. We got a little bit of negativity maybe coming.
Good.
5928 is saying you blew it.
I don't know who he's talking about.
What's he talking about? I'm interested.
Give us a
and by the way, guys, we're going on fucking 3 hours.
We could wrap it up at 3. We got 15 minutes. We can do that.
Are you sure we spoke about cocaine? You sure we weren't all on cocaine tonight?
I've got a couple. We really only have 2 more topics here. Well, we got our presidential endorsement and our Hot for Teacher segment and our death poll. To be honest, I haven't gotten any news about anybody dying, so I would like to open up.
Sammy Carasso, Milltown's finest.
Nice.
I'm
changing the name of this podcast to 3 Jerks Crystal Meth.
We could do that. We'll run it past the lawyers and we'll find out.
Hey, what podcast goes 3 hours straight? Come on.
Joe Rogan, he did a 4-hour one a couple times, but
Joe Rogan.
Rogaine.
Joe Rogan.
I stole that from Jerk 3. Jerk 3.
So yeah, there's no updates. Everyone's getting older by the day, and we're keeping an eye on everybody here. And if we want to have a few of our guests or our listeners join in, and we can make it interesting. We could start throwing some money around, or some free coupons for free coffee or free haircut or something like that.
Okay, well, John Bon Jovi is 60. I saw on Instagram.
Oh, he just turned
60. Yeah. And dude, seeing his reaction when he was like, I'm 60 years old, that's exactly how I'm going to be. I can't believe, I am my age. It's like, it's sad getting old, bro. But anyway, we don't want to end the show on a downer.
I'm the ride on that.
State of mind.
Yep.
We just had to blow it right now on that. We've put our heads together, contemplated all the different candidates that have made themselves known.
Yep.
And the 3 Jerks hereby endorse Jeff Spicoli for 2024.
That's right.
And we will continue. This is not the last time you will hear this. We will be ringing this campaign bell for the next 2 years to make sure that Jeff Spicoli gets into office.
Well, think about it. I mean, anybody who's a Fast Times at Ridgemont High fan, all right, so he steals the top dog of the football team's car and his brothers, the guy's little brothers with him, and they wreck the car. And most of us would probably just run from the scene. And his slogan is, relax, I can fix it.
Yep.
And they do fix it. They get the car to be presented at the school, and they make it look like the other team, the rival team, wrecked the car of the football star.
Wow.
Which he, in turn, takes it out on the team. So why wouldn't you want a president like that who would do that for you? I mean,
I'm saying if we can now duplicate that on the international stage, we would be in good shape.
Yeah, and also, too, if you think about Spicoli and how he explained history, Jerk 1, he may give you a run for his money, because if you remember back, Mr. Hand asked him, what was the deal back in the day with all the presidents? And Spicoli just basically said, listen, what Jefferson was trying to say were these rules are bogus. And if we follow these rules, well, we're just going to be bogus too. And I think about it. I mean, that's where we are right now.
That's pretty much, we're in bogus territory.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm with you. Spicoli all the way in 2024. Yes, there you go. I hear it.
Jeff Spicoli. And Jeff, congratulations to you. Things look kind of rough out there today.
Well, I'll tell you, Stu, I did battle some humongous waves. But like I told the guy on ABC,
Keep it.
my business.
You know, a lot of people, Mark Davis or Bob Jungle Death Gerard would take the honors this year.
Those guys are facts.
When you get out there, do you ever fear for your life?
Well, Stu, I'll tell you, surfing's not a sport. It's a way of life, no hobby. It's a way of looking at that wave and saying, hey, bud, let's party. Where'd you get this jacket?
I got this in the network. Let me ask you a question. What's next for Jeff Spicoli?
Headed over to Australia to the Hawaiian Internationals. And me and Mick are going to wing on over to London and jam with the Stones.
Good.
Jerk 3, where'd you find that?
Yeah, man. That's Spicoli's surfer's dream, bro.
Hopefully, you got it off the copyright-free stock inventory.
Yes.
Right?
Oh yeah, I ran it by their manager and
you
their
did already
copyright
good.
company.
All the lawyers are good. They put their special cream on the on it before we got it. So.
Yeah, I mean, like they owed me a favor, and we do a little like grease knob job, and we're done.
Hey, just so you know, just to prove to our listeners that Spicoli should be our next president, listen to this.
Hey, you know, we left this England place because it was bogus. So if we don't get some cool rules ourselves, pronto, we'll just be bogus too.
I mean, yes.
You're right.
Isn't that the truth? I mean, come on.
Let's start a petition.
Yep,
Keep
I
that
love
going.
the surf one. That is a great idea.
I like that. Oh boy.
So,
all right.
Yeah, it looks like we're winding down. Any few last words from each of us?
Oh, we got our weekly Hot for Teacher segment now.
Oh yes, right, yeah.
And then some last words, and we are good to go. The spaceship has left the audience, the studio.
Right.
Cleveland teacher says she doesn't know how a sex video was sent over to 200 students. Oh my.
Yeah, oh my is right.
An Ohio teacher's sex tape was sent to 200 students at her high school at Gin Academy, an all-boys public high school located in Cleveland, Ohio.
Right.
They're not saying that she did it. They're not sure how it's done. She just wasn't a suspect, but she was suspended and will not work with students until the investigation's over. Now, since we don't have anybody that's guilty yet, or, you know, I wanted to tread lightly on this, but I did, and I could recommend to our listeners or viewers to go to the website for the Gin School.
Yeah.
And look at the faculty and just go through the pictures, and I think you'll figure out which one did this.
I love you, dude. I mean, that shows right there how dedicated you are to the show. Like, yeah, classic that you did that.
Huge.
So I took it like, should we take this a step further, or should we just leave it for someone else to run with it? So I leave the ball for anybody who wants to pick it up. But if you check it out, I think you'll figure it out, because when people don't reveal something, that's when I want to know what's going on.
Yeah. Exactly, dude. That's well said. Well, I'll tell you what. I think I could top the story of the sex tape teacher, because in Tennessee, a teacher had sex with 9 high school students in exchange for vape pens.
I think we had that story last week.
That's crazy. That's 9 chicken bones for some vapors.
Yeah, we had that story last week.
Where were all these teachers? Where were they when I was growing up?
Yeah, well, in that case.
I mean, you know, and then there's the other teacher too who
I'm
was
curious. Here's I'm putting up last week's. Let me see here.
Go right ahead. Now, while you're doing that,
there you go. See that?
There it is. Yeah.
We're right on it.
He's still number 1, but this new teacher got suspended because he was telling students he supported Putin's invasion of Ukraine. So he got suspended. He's a substitute teacher in Virginia.
Oh, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Unless it's during gym class or something, but if it's something they can do,
Yeah. So.
That's fucked. You know what you gonna say? Man.
What are you gonna say, dude? You gonna work? You're not gonna work.
You want to work? You don't want to work.
You gonna work? You're not gonna work.
All right, so we got some last words.
Yeah, did anyone think this would go 3 hours? I didn't. I thought we'd be around the 2 hour mark, but we had a special guest, and we want to thank Scheinsfeld there for showing up, drinking his Budweiser.
That seems like fucking 4 hours ago, doesn't it?
I know, right? It's crazy.
I do want to say, if there's a winner for tonight, it's got to be Jerk 3.
Thanks, bro.
I mean, seriously, man. The shingles, incredible. The peanut butter story, epic.
That's exactly what we want to hear. Yeah, those things. Great stuff.
And I just think the evolution of this show is continuing, and it's going to get better and better. Wonderful. And the 5928 and Mike Huntsman and Dirt Star and Arpeggio, a new person.
Yeah. So we're growing. We're growing exponentially.
Yes, we are. So, all right. So till next week, and I don't mean to rush, but my battery's going, so I know I'm probably gonna get cut off on you guys.
All right, we're gonna run the outro, and we got a little seal the deal. Okay.
Beautiful.
Great show, fellas.
Love you guys, bro. Great show.
Love you too.
See you next week there. You know what? I had to do the let me do the outro. Shit, I forgot. I got something to say here.
I love this shit.
Yep.
I'm having a great fucking time.
Me too. Me too, dude.
This is great.
It is great, dude. It really is.
As we slam the Three Jerks door on your ass crack, kicking you back to reality, us Three Jerks leave you with these thoughts. If you save time, when do you get it back? And if 9 out of 10 suffer from diarrhea, does that mean the 10th one enjoys it? Are you still dulled by the desire to feed and breed? What makes something funny? Find out next week. Death pool update. Yeah, haiku medicine. We'll see you next Thursday night, March 10th, 8 p.m. If you like what you heard, hit up the Hitchhiker thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and fuck off.
Trying to make it work. 3 Jerks,